Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pick a Side podcast. My name is Joel Moran and I'm here with River Brown, Angie Velez, and Mr. Joel Dells. And this is an episode of 582. And we're happy to have River Brown here.
Excited, ecstatic.
They've been saying, Duckman allegations because you weren't here last week.
It was some timing.
Even though I tried to stand up for you, I told them, you had responsibilities. You couldn't be here.
Yeah. I told you guys on Friday I might not have made it, but we were smoking. Dallas just said, when we walked in, he said, I'm never defending you. So.
I definitely remember him telling me. I didn't know you were going to miss both episodes, though.
Yeah, no, we had...
I thought you were just missing the first one of the week.
We had 5th and 6th grade Poconos on Monday. Kind of like how we had 6th grade camp, but it was only one day.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of think the same place. And then Thursday we had the same thing. Then field day, Tuesday, Wednesday. So honestly, it was a long fucking week. But I saw you guys had some cool replacements.
Drew thought you were ducking him because Wemby snatched the best in the world title.
No, I don't care that much. Yeah, no. I didn't care that much.
I'm laughing because Joel's being problematic.
Oh, yeah, you know.
I did start the show by saying that, though. Did you watch it? I was hopeful.
No, I only watched a little bit because he fucking gaslighted me into thinking John got mad on here, so that's why I came to watch it.
It was at the very beginning of the show, and usually that's... If any of us miss, I assume you watch the first 5 minutes to wait until you're mentioned.
Oh, no, I didn't watch it.
I told Riv about John saying that there was a possibility that Wemby could be the best in the world.
Oh, no, I'm not going to lie. I snapped on John even after, too. Because John's whole thing was like, yeah, we knew this. I'm like, bro, you, Mr. I'm a Nuggets fan because of Nikola Jokic. You're not about to sit here and tell me that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you're a fucking dirty liar.
Who did you have winning? So you had the Spurs jersey on.
I had the Spurs winning.
But you're like a Knicks fan.
I do like the Knicks.
Yeah, that's what threw me off. I was like, I did see that in the thumbnail.
The jersey was solely for you, and you were not here.
Why did you put the jersey on for me?
You know why? So you can look at him
and do what?
Acknowledge.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because what is he doing?
You do have this very odd beef, fake one-sided beef on this Wemby stuff.
I do.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I do.
I was never mean to Wemby.
You're just very loud.
With saying he's like number 2 or 3 in the world. Okay.
SGA, best in the world.
He did win back-to-back MVPs.
No, so did Steve Nash.
Nash was awesome.
He was. So was SGA.
You're cooking.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're cooking. So you have the Spurs?
I do have the Spurs winning still.
Still, they're down 2-1.
They are down 2-1. All 3 games. Immaculate basketball.
Okay.
It's been elite hoops.
How do you feel about it, Dels? Because I know you had Spurs before.
I had Spurs, yeah. I thought it was going to go the distance, at least 6 games, probably 7 games. So I wasn't expecting the Spurs to lose the first 2 at home.
Going down 2-0 was maybe the most shocking thing in the NBA season.
But yesterday was super clutch. Honestly, whenever it gets to a few minutes left and it's a close game, I just assume the Knicks are going to win because they've been doing it for 45 days or however long it's been now. But yesterday they showed up. Spurs said, no, we're still here. So big win. I don't know. I've seen other people talk about it too, but home court advantage is not being a thing in like the modern NBA, it feels like, where all these home teams have been losing so often, especially in big games. But the Spurs are ready for it, so I still got them in 7.
So on Polymarket, the odds have like switched so much within the NBA Finals because once the Knicks went up 2-0, they were by far and away the heavy favorite. I'm trying to get it for you guys right now. Sorry, it's just loading. I can't control that.
While you look it up and load, I put 150 game 2 on the Spurs to win when they were down at half.
Ooh.
That was bold of you.
It was very bold.
So in the background, while everybody's rooting for the Knicks, and as am I want the Knicks to win.
I was not rooting
in
for
the back
Knicks.
of my mind, I'm just like, well, 150. Cooked.
I will say I've never seen... I mean, to be fair, we haven't had a New York team play for something meaningful in our adult life.
Outside the Giants.
But our adult life, you know what I mean? Like that was 2011.
Yeah.
It is crazy how everyone's just like super into it.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember the Giants, I guess, as vividly, but everyone is into this Knicks run.
The Yankees, you weren't locked in?
Still 2000, I guess a
It was
couple years
literally
ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah. No, I still
Not
feel like
the
the Knicks are
same.
more.
Not the same.
I mean, we had Soto and Judge. We had real star power in New York.
I'm crying.
So at one point, after the 2-0 lead, it was 78% Knicks will win the finals to 22% Spurs.
Math.
Now it's evened out. Now it's
50-50?
it's not 50-50, but it's more like 60-40.
Even with the game up, I would expect the Knicks to still be a bit more favored, like maybe like
Especially
70-ish.
It was right there for them.
And the
Yesterday
Knicks
was right there for them.
The Knicks have looked like the better team. You put it in our chat and then you laughed at it after.
Because it was funny
But
how life
it really
worked.
did feel like at the end of the first half when the Knicks made that run, it was just like they just
Bro,
feel better. Like
as soon
they
as
just
he-
felt like they
As
were
soon as he
the better
sent the
team.
message, the Spurs like went on a run, and I was
Yeah.
like,
I
"What the
don't know
fuck?"
which one was funnier, that message or Rick saying, "What does Wemby actually do?"
Oh yeah, that,
That was
shit,
also
bro. We were
funny.
me and John were next to each other, and I literally said, "Yo, what the fuck does Wemby
Yo,
do?"
first
And then
of
after
all,
that, he
hold on.
started frying,
What were
bro.
you doing with John?
It was his birthday dinner.
I did
I
not
know,
get an invite.
He sent in the chat.
No,
he
he
did
didn't.
not.
In the main chat, he said like 2-3 weeks ago.
He did, but then
He just never repeated like.
but he came on the podcast last week. He said that he didn't know if he was going to that spot anymore. He'd let us know.
Not quite literally. I asked him that week. We asked him
serious?
that week,
Yeah.
"What are you doing?"
wow.
Because you said
The
it, I was
fact
like,
that he
what the
invited
fuck?
me over you guys is
I
nuts.
mean, he,
actually,
he probably hangs with you more than any of us.
he probably hates me though.
Nah, he definitely loves you, bro.
Oh well, yeah, no, I was there.
Did you?
Yeah, I was there.
Damn,
Yeah,
bro.
damn.
You didn't think about that? You're like, I'm the only one here.
You know, I
You
didn't
text
really-
the chat like, yo,
I didn't really notice. Like,
because
was
I
super-
would have definitely been like, yo, where's everyone at?
Yeah.
I asked him multiple times.
I figured I used common sense. So I figured you guys recorded that week, so yeah, I had a
We
conversation.
did,
We
and he
did.
said, I'll let you know.
Yeah, so I'm thinking you guys said that day, like whenever you guys talked, you weren't going to be here. Because even Joel texted me on the side. He was like, "Yo, you're going to listen." And I was like, "Well," he texted me about just watching the game, and I was like, "I'm going to John's little birthday thing." He was like, "Oh, for real?" I was like, "Yeah." So we talked, but I was assumed on the pod you
He
guys
just
told
incriminated
him.
the
Yeah, you're
fuck
cooked,
out
bro.
of you.
Oh, wait, what
No, I
happened?
fucked up my ankle. I couldn't go.
Oh my god.
How?
Oh, come on. He's lying.
I was walking and I
Oh
rolled it,
shit! My bad. I didn't even really mean to
I was
incriminate
walking
you.
and I rolled it. It really hurt, bro.
To be fair, he didn't go to G's either. He was gonna go to G's, but I knew he wasn't.
I
gonna
wasn't
make that
expecting
trip.
G's.
I'll be
I was-
honest.
knew it was
We all know if Joel's coming or not.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Bro, I was gonna go to G's, bro.
It has to
I
be
was.
insanely convenient, and even
super
still, it's
convenient.
TBD.
It's
I
like
made
that.
it in the most inconvenient way possible. I came right from work.
Yeah,
You're real for that,
So
bro.
you went to the rooftop spot he went to?
yeah, but it wasn't rooftop.
Oh wait, where'd you go?
It was nice. Like it was a nice little restaurant. I was the only, in there
Yeah, it's not surprising.
in the restaurant.
Oh, what restaurant?
Well, it's
Terrace.
probably in what town?
Park Ridge.
Park. Yeah,
Park
I mean,
Ridge, okay.
you're
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
see many of you there.
Park Ridge. It was nice though. Let me see what it's actually called. Got
Did you
it.
get shrimp?
No, 4 leaves. No, I lied. I did. I got shrimp tacos.
Shrimp
Yeah.
tacos?
Yeah.
Some taco smack.
I couldn't, if I'm being honest, and this is gonna sound mad ignorant probably, couldn't read the menu.
What do
Why
you
not?
mean?
Because of the names.
Yeah.
What
Couldn't read
was
the
it,
menu
like
at
an
all.
Italian spot.
Sure.
Is there anything specifically that you remember about the menu that you
Dude.
couldn't read?
Come on. If I couldn't read it, what makes you think I'm gonna remember it?
Do you- Any idea? It was language or like?
No, it was English. It was English as
Oh.
fuck. I just didn't know what the food was. Like, it was like, it said the name of the food, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. I tried to read it, and I'm like, nah, I can't read that shit, bro. Yeah, nah.
Sometimes they have the subtext under it, and it tells you what it is, though.
Yeah, nah, I didn't get that far. I just saw shrimp tacos.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just saw
Easy
shrimp
enough.
tacos. I got it. And most of the table got like wings. So I'm thinking
Yeah.
like, all right, we're new here.
But it was a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up going to G's because John didn't say anything. I was like, all right, I guess
then
then
after
just
that-
fuck me.
Yeah, it was because after that we went out to Pearl River. We was at like 3 a.m.
Oh, nice.
So we're
John
not,
got fucked up?
No.
No,
He
he was
drove.
sober? Oh, I forgot. He doesn't really get intoxicated
No,
love that about
he was just
John.
standing there.
as John does.
He was just standing. He wasn't. Yeah, he was kind of
John-
mute.
John
Yeah, I was
loves to
gonna go
stand,
to
man.
G's, but then he told me about John's, and I was gonna go there, and then I broke my ankle.
didn't go anywhere.
I just couldn't go. My shit really
I
hurt,
could
bro.
incriminate him
It's
even
still
further,
kinda
but I
swelled
won't.
up.
About
You guys-
what was actually going on.
You guys went to G's?
No, can you
Yeah.
please expose him?
Nah, he's
I wanna know.
got enough. He's got enough.
I want to know.
It's 5:30. I'm on the way. I already got into the city. I was on the
Okay.
train. Text me, you going to G's? I'm like, yeah, I'm actually in the city right now. Should be there in like 30 minutes.
Mhm.
And he was like, word. Like, word. And I was like, are you going? And he's like, nah, I'm playing 2K.
Oh my
That's
god!
what I could do after my ankle fucked up.
But then he texted me after that. He texted me like, I want to say like 6:30.
Okay.
And he was like, "Yo, where you watching the game at?" I was like, "I'm going to Josh." He was like, "Oh, where at?" And I sent him the info. He was like, "Who you going?" I was like, "My mom's dropped me off." And then he just stopped responding. It was like just nothing.
That's the thing is like, because once you said your mom's dropping you off, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna ask for a ride. But
So it wasn't your ankle.
If you said, if you give me a ride, I could have went even with my fucked up ankle. But if you would have said like, I'm taking an Uber, I'd be like, y'all split with you. I'll go.
No, I was at my mom's house, so she kind of just,
I probably would have went. Yeah. That's the only reason why I didn't go to G's for real, because John's, it was in my mom's.
So instead you just stayed home and didn't go to either.
Essentially.
Honestly, that's the plan. Usually, if you can't go to one, don't go to either, right?
G's was fun though. G's got a good.
But y'all went to his crib?
Yeah, so he has like a community section downstairs. So it had like a big TV, we put the game on. It was just us in there, bro. I thought it was gonna be jumping because obviously the next game in the city, there was nobody else there.
Probably everybody was at the bars and stuff.
Just ordered some pizza.
Drew, you went?
Hung out.
I did, and then I walked in.
They got a simulator in there and shit. It was tough.
I went to the garden after.
Oh, you was in the city. Yeah, I seen that.
It took a minute to get home, bro. It took me like over an hour to get to fucking Fort Lee.
I got home. It was 1:30. I left at 12.
I got home at like 1:10. Yeah.
That's the only thing stopping me.
Offered him a ride home because the car was far. He did tell me to go fuck myself.
He did some dumb shit first of all.
See, he's an asshole prick. All I needed was some company walking.
Yeah.
He was with Chelsea. Granted, he was with Chelsea. Chelsea would have had to walk a minute.
We also walked 30 minutes when we got there.
Yeah.
We walked from MSG to his crib.
Yeah.
But this guy, he parked his car 30 minutes from
I
G's house.
I basically parked it at the garden.
Wait,
I'm not gonna lie.
how close is G's house to the garden?
30 minutes.
He told me it was like 2 blocks away.
Oh, fuck no.
No, it's a good 10 blocks.
He was like,
Trust me, I walked it.
Yeah,
I can tell you.
He was like, yo, it's like 2 blocks.
People in New York, 30-minute walk, nothing though.
I did chug it both ways.
There's no easy like subway to get there, so you have to either like walk or Uber or something. Or I guess there's a bus.
I actually have it because I was wearing my watch that day.
But I saw the bus, bro, and I was like, I'm just gonna make this 30-minute walk.
Here we go. At least it wasn't hot. Warm.
It was fake hot though. I'm not gonna just like walking for 30 minutes. It wasn't hot if you're just standing, but it was like it was probably a little over a mile walk.
Yeah.
Bro, that's the only thing stopping me from New York is just the commute. Like you said, it took you an hour to get back home.
Well, it's just because there was the traffic because of the Knicks game.
Everybody trying to get out.
Normally, it probably only take like half an hour.
Bro, that Friday, 13,711 steps. That next day after, 13,512. I forget what I was doing that day. I think I was walking with Al. 13,000 steps.
Why don't you do the thing with your dad where you do like 80,000 steps in a day?
First off, you're real as hell for bringing that up because he's nuts for that. Steven did it with him.
Yeah.
Why don't I do that? I don't know.
Does he do it every day?
No,
he can't.
He picks it once a month and does it.
Okay.
But he did it with Victoria. He did it with Steven. I don't know, bro. He's good. He can keep doing it on his own if he wants to.
He just has like recurring
guests. If he hits me and says, yo, Drew, do you want to do it? I will say yes.
Well, now he knows.
He's going to watch. Now the ball's in his court.
He's going to hit you like tomorrow too. Like
he hits me. I do it in a heartbeat. It's going to suck. Walk. It's dead as 12 hours.
It's 12 hours of straight walk.
So he takes like a Saturday, Sunday? Because I know he still works, right?
He's retired.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the only thing he's like dedicated to now, there's 2 things. It's Noah, which is my godson, and his grandson, and his garden now.
Oh, what's he growing?
Raspberries is like his big thing that he's trying to lock in on. He said 2027, that's when they'll be ready.
Okay.
He's been growing spinach, a lot of greens, peppers.
Nice. Fire, yeah. I want to get a garden going.
He's been in the lab. You've been working on that?
No.
I
a house or garden or either.
House.
Neither. just on the lease here, man.
Bro, how much money do you think I need to have for a down payment? 100 bands?
On a crib?
Yeah.
I mean,
first home buyers, I think it's only 5% down payment.
See, but if you want to get a good mortgage,
yeah, if you want to put more down,
you
up
put
front,
20%.
Yeah, I mean, for a crib around here, bro, you're gonna need at least 100K. Probably if you want to put 20% down, that is.
You can do it.
I got my ways.
You can do it. You only 20
seconds. Well, 20.
I know.
100K.
You saw the house Jer sent by him.
I didn't.
Was tough.
How
like
much was it? 600.
But for the crib's fucking insane.
100K is like a 500K house you're looking at.
Facts.
Yeah.
Good point.
I feel like around here, bro.
I'm fried.
That's the lowest price you will find something for. Honestly,
probably.
You low-key gonna find something for that. That's like a little bit not run down, but it definitely needs renovations. Mm-hmm. Here, I feel like all the newer buildings. I know that they have built some new construction around my house here, like in this community. And this community ain't valued at the same amount as obviously Uptown and Hackensack. The new buildings are like 800K, bro. 800K. and I don't feel like it's worth it at all for this amount of square footage that you get. I definitely don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, it's expensive ass area. Whenever I get a house, it's not gonna be in Bergen County.
I found out some freaky shit the other day.
What?
That if you suck a girl titty hard enough, milk comes out.
Why did you just find that out though?
I don't know.
Well, first off, they need to be. This is post-child.
It's not just always active, is what he's saying.
What the fuck?
Is this news to you?
Yeah,
I
bro.
feel like this is common sense.
I'm gonna be honest with you. With,
You just said some dumb
from the
shit.
bottom of my heart,
I'm not
you're
gonna lie.
an idiot.
You just said some real dumb shit.
Yo, some girl just told me that the other day, and she did not add that.
Oh, well, first off, she also might be. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe it's true that girls at all times you can.
I feel like they would know more than you.
I just don't
You
think
know?
it's true though.
I don't think so, bro.
I think anatomy is universal. I think that it's just common sense.
Think about it, bro. You've really sucked a titty, I'm sure.
Hard.
Milk come out? No.
That's a good point.
Ever. Like
Never.
even the slightest little
Not
drop.
even close.
Is
Not
that
even
something that you're
close.
looking forward to, like drinking milk?
Like fucking
No,
Josh
it wasn't, but it would have been funny. Like, you know,
Hart?
like
Hey,
you just taste milk coming out. You're like, what the fuck?
Josh Hart's known ball in the past. Leave it at that.
She
The
kind of just
what?
got. Wait, what?
What'd you say?
What you talking about?
I said Josh Hart's has known ball in the past. We saw what he said. This was a minute ago on the
What'd you say?
roommates pod.
Oh,
that he was
Josh
drinking.
Hart.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you thought he said, John?
No, I was just like double checking to make sure he said Josh.
Yeah, I'll be
Hart.
honest. She might not get a text for like a week straight. She kind of just got me tight.
Wait a minute.
Here we go.
Can women produce milk without getting pregnant? Yes, women can produce milk without being pregnant, but it usually requires either hormonal stimulation, breast
She
and
was
nipple
cooking.
stimulation.
Yo, she was cooking.
or-
Maybe I'm not the idiot. Maybe I'm not. Maybe you're the idiot,
No,
Dels.
we're all the idiots.
I was so confident too.
You are. You called me a dumbass. Apologize.
Called you. Yeah. I'm sorry, bro.
It's all right. I didn't really. I
Can
wasn't
sometimes
confident either.
produce milk by regularly pumping or stimulating the breast.
Okay, so this seems like it's an outside chance.
You just gotta be
Often
horny
with
as
help
hell.
from medications or hormone therapy. This is okay. This does sound unnatural.
Yeah. She must be a weirdo.
Yo, so what about Josh Hart?
He said on the roommates pod that he drinks his, I don't know if it's wife, fiance, her breast milk.
He's cooking.
Is that health? That should be healthy. I'm assuming.
He just said it
Breast
tastes
milk
good.
is extremely good for you.
He just said it tastes good.
Oh, all right. How many times do you think he drinks it?
I don't know. Let me see if I could find
Like
it. 'cause
imagine
he
cinnamon
was-
toast crunch with some titty milk.
Hopefully it is Josh Hart. And I don't
Why
just
isn't that the milk that we
saying
just drink on a
something out here.
daily? Is there any reason for that? We drink
Maybe she
cow's
doesn't
milk,
have that much. I don't know.
goat milk. We produce almond milk. Obviously not from an animal, but
I like almond.
what's so different about drink? Like, why don't we drink our same species milk? Why do we have to go to another species?
It's
for
like
that?
saying not the same,
Mhm.
not the same, but similar-ish. Like, why don't we eat humans?
But that's different. They have to die for that.
Good point.
Yes.
That's why it's not the same, but similar.
I feel like it hurts a lot for a female too. You know?
Does it? I mean, I don't know how much milk they can produce.
Well, my baby mama used to say it hurt like hell to
Oh,
do
really?
it. Yeah. So maybe it was just her. Her titties were humongous though. So
shit.
You have a pic?
Wow.
There's your baby mother. Fuck.
What else is new?
Yo, you're
What else is new? Holy shit.
Oh my
bro.
god. I don't though.
You're never being allegations.
That one,
Never been allegations.
that one, I will admit,
I don't care.
horrendous.
If I had it, never mind.
Horrendous. I'm so sorry.
Well, I don't have it, unfortunately. But
Not unfortunately, bro. We're over her.
nah, them shits was. Listen, I give credit where credit is due. Them shits were.
There's a reason you gave her a child. I need to shut up.
Listen, man. You don't just nut at anybody. you just don't do that, man. Especially you in there. She did a good job. she did a good job.
All right, let's get on to the NBA Finals. And let's talk about
Great segue.
how after this 2-1 lead, the odds have they've went back to an even place where the Knicks are at 62%, the Spurs are at 38% essentially.
That's what it was
on
before the
Polymarket.
series, but opposite.
Yes, in favor of the Spurs. With the Knicks having a 2-1 lead and the Spurs winning Game 3 at Madison Square Garden, how do you feel about this series now? What are some things that you have seen that's been happening in this series that you think could be helpful or trouble for either team?
I'll get us going. So I'll start on the Spurs side because it's a little bit easier for me to talk about. Now, Game 3 was obvious what they needed to change, and I think that they executed at a relatively high level. The defense, it's been relatively consistent throughout the entirety of these 3 games. Credit to the Knicks for their clutch down the stretch scoring outside of Game 3. But the Spurs mentality was simple. Attack the basket, get downhill, score into the basket, and if not, go to the free throw line. Be aggressive and attack. And that was evident, specifically talking about Victor and how he set the tone off rip, getting downhill, throwing lobs, being near the basket, and imposing his will down low. Down the stretch of the game as well, similarly, he's just getting downhill. The goal was to attack. I think they succeeded in that. In the first 2 games, specifically talking about Wemby, he gets too jump shot reliant. And I can understand it. It's a trait of his that he can shoot the basketball relatively efficiently, and it's easier on him, especially when he's getting beat up. He has to understand that it is the NBA Finals, and this is it. You leave it all out on the court. You can rest in July, August, and September. Come back October, get it going again. And in Game 3, he took that mentality, and he was 100% way more aggressive. Only took 4 threes, was having a majority of his shots down low. That's exactly what you were hoping for. When I look at the Knicks on the other side, it has been primarily in the first 2 games, Karl-Anthony Towns was a hero, elite defense, really strong offensive output, getting others going. But really, it was the job that he was doing on Wemby. In this game, it was a lot less of Karl-Anthony Towns, a lot more of Jalen Brunson. You didn't get that same level of production that you got in the first 2 games from the role players. OG Anunoby has been excellent. I mean, I think he's shooting almost 50% from 3 in this playoffs. He's been insane, but Mikal Bridges in Game 3, unfortunately, didn't come to play. And again, the role players have played such a huge part in this Knicks run as a whole that in Game 3, when you finally didn't get that output, it was a lot of hero ball from Brunson down the stretch. And honestly, the Knicks just went cold in that fourth entirely. I think at a certain point, the Knicks were 0 for 10 on 3-point shots in the fourth quarter until Brunson made that 3 to go ahead and bring it to 3 points before the Fox basically game sealing midi. They were too reliant on jump shots, and it shot them in the butt at the very end of the game. Now, a lot of things where the conversations goes and it's talking about the differentials and fouls and the different ways that they were calling it. I'm not here to disagree with Knicks fans in that regard. I do think that there was definitely calls that should have been made in the Knicks' favor that were not. However, late in the game, throughout the majority of the game, I should argue, the Spurs were mainly trying to get downhill. They also weren't a great 3-point shooting team in that fourth quarter, but they were attacking the basket, putting themselves in more positions to get to the free throw line, where the Knicks were kind of settling for jump shots. And that's not to say that Jalen Brunson wasn't getting mauled either, or he wasn't getting fouled. There were moments where he was, but at the same time, this has been a physical 3 games. Each game has been exceedingly physical, and I'm not going to hear the one side complaining about the other when both sides are being equally as physical. In Game 3, it got called out, and it's at heightened because the Knicks, unfortunately, weren't able to come through. But I do think the Knicks were in a position to win this game. They simply weren't able to close out like they had in Games 1 and Game 2. Because it started out similarly to how the 2 games started. Spurs come out to a hot start, double-digit lead. Knicks respond with another punch of their own. Second quarter, they go ahead and they take it going into halftime. Similarly in Game 2. Third quarter, good basketball. Fourth quarter, where you anticipate the Knicks to be great like they've been, they weren't. So I think if you're the Spurs moving forward, you should take the exact same approach in Game 3 and continue to carry that over because I think that that's sustainable for them. Stephon Castle's been a star. He's been excellent. Everything you could ask for, especially late in the game where dead possession, well, Wemby has the ball in his hand. Wemby throws him the pass. He knocks down a 3. Castle's not a 3-point shooter, hasn't been. And in this postseason, you have to respect his jump shot. He's been way better than his anticipated or his normal for what he's shown us in the past. And you didn't get a great Dylan Harper shooting night, but he still continues to be aggressive. Champagnie hadn't been the most efficient, but knocking down big 3-point shots. It was a great team effort from the Spurs, but mainly it's understanding their identity. They are physical. They are going to need to attack the basket because that is their best trait, getting downhill and finishing near the basket, but continue to be a defensive-oriented team. And I think all 3 were highlighted in that Game 3. The Knicks, you close out that game the way that you closed out game 1 and game 2, you're up 3-0. So if you're the Knicks, you change nothing. You just hope and continue that. You hope that it continues, that your role players continue to step up. Because this is the first time since that Hawks series where we're asking Mikal Bridges to do something. So you get a pass for one game. I'm fine with that, especially because of how close it was. But just don't change anything. Continue being the Knicks. The rest will come into fruition as long as you continue to be consistent the way that you've been. And just, if you're the Spurs, keep being physical. That's really what it comes down to.
Been a super physical series. I feel like each game has gotten more and more physical. There's been a lot of talks about the referees, a lot of talks about Wemby and his PR, given some of his antics, if you want to call it that, this playoff run.
Is he a dirty player?
They're calling him dirty.
What the
fuck?
Nas Reed one was definitely dirty. The Brunson one was not great either.
Bro, he elbowed Nas Reed in the throat.
The Nas Reed one was nuts.
The Nas Reed one was after 2 games of straight up getting abused.
But you don't elbow somebody in the throat for that.
Like
elbowing
clear
was nuts.
elbow.
Do you think he thought he
way
was
shorter?
him in the
He
face?
way shorter than him, you know.
It was like fake his throat.
No, it was an insane elbow. There's no defending it.
It was
But at the same time,
crazy.
I don't think he meant to hit him
But
in the
now,
face.
only thing is he's stacking them up.
True.
Right? If it was just a Nas
True.
Reed thing and nothing happened for 3 years, whatever. But then you have the Brunson one.
Brunson was crazy.
Yeah,
The Brunson
there
was
the
inexcusable.
Jose
It was.
Alvarado one from game
Yeah.
2 was
He
that?
palmed Brunson's head like
Brunson
a
little was
basketball
that?
and dribbled
Yes.
it on the floor.
It was pretty
He
crazy.
started laughing.
Dribbled it on the floor is gas.
He definitely
That's
shoved
what
him.
it was.
Nah, he
All
shoved
he
the
did
shit out
was
of him.
shove him. You make it seem like
No, obviously that would have been assault. But I'm saying the action of what Wemby did was the equivalent of taking a basketball and dribbling it down. That's what he did to him.
It hasn't been pretty for him. I'll say that. It's been physical, so I understand the frustration that comes from him, but he's got to be careful because he could have easily got teched up for that, or flagrant, I guess. Either way.
That's a flagrant. It's a hit
it
to the
facts,
head.
yeah.
If he
And
wasn't
during play-
Wemby, he would have been ejected for a game already.
That was Draymond. That's 10 weeks.
If that's Draymond, he's cooked.
That's 10
He's cooked.
weeks.
But also, Draymond has built that
He's a
reputation
sicko.
for better or for worse. So that's kind of what
we
you
can
have to
pretend
live
like
with.
Wemby hasn't getting abused all playoffs
No,
long.
for sure. He's been getting. Honestly, it's been going both ways. That's why I'm not too mad.
Agreed.
But in the
Yeah, but
even in the
like
fourth quarter,
Brunson's 6 feet tall.
The Brunson one is,
You know,
listen, the Nas Reed one is
That's a bang bang.
most visually displeasing
Yeah, yeah.
one where he elbowed him in the face. Do I think that one was intentional? I'm not going to say I
but
think
you always
he-
get
They
a flagrant
called
on
a
the elbow.
flagrant
The
on a
Brunson one was bad.
landing space foul. And they didn't call any foul for Wemby shoving
They
Brunson.
did
well,
nothing.
well, to be fair, landing space,
it's almost an auto flagrant.
it is.
I'm fine with that, but you can't call nothing on that
Do
play.
I agreed with you?
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
nothing
I
is a
think
little
Knicks
nuts.
fans definitely have a right to
Yeah.
be like that play specifically.
No- yeah.
Flagrant free throws.
I think
valid.
the refs have had some issues. Game 2, I feel like they were almost worse.
But Tony
There were
Brothers
some really
was
bad
clean
calls.
out.
I mean,
I
Mike
agree.
Brown, his challenges, I think, saved game 2. And then in game 3, he had successful challenges as well.
Yeah.
That
Some big ones,
It
too.
gave
The
the Knicks
4-point play.
Yeah, like exactly. The 4-point play where the Spurs were about to be up double digits. He
After
challenges
Wemby
it.
knocked that shit down, man. Shit,
That
35,
felt like a dagger.
35 in the finals.
And then
Riv.
I feel like
35
Jordan
in the finals,
Clarkson
that's what he
on the
should have had.
baseline, he
Cool.
got hit on a
Wemby.
jump shot. They
Yes.
didn't call that.
Oh, he was
There
D-Wade
was-
shit.
I understand why Knicks fans are mad because obviously I'm not rooting for the Knicks, but I can't say I'm like rooting for the Spurs, so I feel like I see it somewhat cleanly.
Like, you
It
can't
feels
just
like the Knicks
act
getting screwed.
as if the flow of how the officiating went didn't completely change the dynamic of the game for the Knicks.
Well, you were in the bonus, or the Spurs were in the bonus for the final 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. So
it changes how you have to play defense.
I don't disagree, but again, they were the more aggressive team. They were the ones getting downhill and being put in position to be
we were
fouled.
getting downhill too.
Not really, though.
We shot the Spurs and the Knicks shot the same amount of 3-point shots, essentially. The only difference was maybe like 2 3-pointers. That's it. Both teams shot over 33s. And we both were shooting from the
And
outside.
I'm talking specifically fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, y'all were not aggressive.
Fourth quarter, we missed shots. I think that's we just
For
didn't
the
play
entirety
well.
of the game, you're right.
In the fourth quarter, we just didn't hit shots. But the officiating and the early fouls, I think the Knicks got 2 fouls within the first minute of the fourth quarter, which is very ticky-tack. And then they had to play within the bonus for the rest of the game, the last 8 minutes. That just takes the team out of a certain flow. I do think that despite the Knicks playing bad and the referees clearly calling a one-sided game, the Knicks almost won. And that is the silver lining.
Yeah.
Is that, like, to me, I think that when the Knicks are at their best, they are better than the Spurs at their best.
Okay.
Ooh.
I do want to say
Good cook.
I like the Spurs' discipline on closeouts. I thought I thought game 1 and game 2 they were kind of messed up in that department where they were closing out but not being able to react fast enough. And New York's ball movement was super crisp. games 1 and 2. I like the Castle switch on the Cat. I thought that was me and Joel was talking about that earlier. Getting a guy who's smaller, a lot more physical, a guy who's just better on the perimeter to keep up with Cat, and then you have the help side. I think that works. I feel like the Knicks lost this game when it became more Brunson ball as opposed to not running the offense through Cat. I feel like the offense, and I granted, obviously, Castle switching on the Cat definitely gives you a different look, and now you can adjust for game 4, of course. But I felt like this team, although there was a stat that Cat didn't score in the 4th, I feel like this team has been trending in the right direction. This team has gotten the flow through Cat just running the offense and being a pretty good decision maker, being able to drive dribble penetration, and being able to exploit mismatches. So I think that's been the Knicks' play. And, granted, Brunson had, 31, 5, and 5. But I just feel like the offense has just been a little bit better when you have Cat in the lineups. OG was great. Mikal, Landry Shaman was going to shoot 80% from the 3-point line on some crazy thing was. So, yeah, he had a shit game. But you're right. The role players didn't step up. But credit to the Spurs because I felt like, for the most part, Fox didn't play well again. Harper didn't play too well.
He hit the big shot in the 4th.
Yeah,
to close it out,
he was like 2 for 30, and then he decides to hit a big shot.
I'll be honest with you.
He needed that so
Yeah.
bad.
It's all that matters.
So I feel like the Spurs
That was on OG
also,
too.
the Spurs offensive players are not playing at the same rate, and granted credit to how the Knicks have been playing them. But game 4 is going to be interesting because I do want to see how Mike Brown counters that Castle on Cat situation. And also Keldon Johnson, 6th man of the year, awful.
It sucks.
Yeah,
horrible,
it's insane. But for the most part, game, like you mentioned, Drew, you said it. I think you texted. This series has been pretty good. Like, it's been awesome. It's been great to watch.
It's been the
3
best
straight
finals in a while.
Yeah.
At least for these first 3 games.
I was going to
all
say,
of
the
these are
first
going
3
down to the
games,
wire.
it's really
games.
some of the
It's been a
best
while, yeah.
finals has ever started.
Yes.
And I think it's going to probably continue. You got game 4 in New York. I do agree with you, Joel. I don't think that's why you lost, but I agree with the complaining. The refs were definitely, it felt like a one-sided game. Especially with just the way some of the calls were going. But I also feel like you still had an opportunity to win those games. You make a couple tweaks here, a couple tweaks there, in mental errors. But for the most part, game 4, I'm excited for.
Yeah, I think the Spurs have a few players when they're out there to different varying degrees that you just feel like you're screwed. When Keldon Johnson's out there, I feel like he's just nothing good's going to happen, especially when he gets the ball. There's not much. He's a bigger dude, not very athletic, hasn't been shooting great. When he gets downhill, it's not like he's super strong or crafty around the rim. He just looks outmatched. Feels like the game's just a bit too physical for him. I love Luke Cornett. Unfortunately, feels the same way for him. He's just in there for the Wemby minutes, so it's never going to look as good as Wemby, of course. But it feels like they get killed in all of his minutes. And De'Aaron Fox hit the big 4th quarter shot. So I think you give him a bit of a pass. And it's not like Fox I don't think, is playing nearly as poorly as
Defense
Keldon
was also
or
pretty good in that 4th quarter as well.
Yeah, so I think those 3 players specifically, though, for the Spurs, when they're out on the court, it's like, man, it feels like you wish you had just 1 or 2 more key role players. Like, it feels like the Knicks are deeper.
Interesting.
Ironically enough, Landry Shamet would be fucking huge if
Knicks are
they
deeper.
could replace him with Harrison Barnes or
would you-
Keldon Johnson.
Would you either of you guys classify the Spurs as an objectively deep team?
Deep? No.
I don't think they're deep. No.
Has
Would
that,
you?
Has that
Yes,
ever been
I
a
do
thing?
think they are.
Oh, he said that before?
And he got mad at me, and a lot of people actually
Here we
got
go.
mad at me for questioning Fox.
Because we mentioned depth, and I said Fox is a good player.
He's a
and
good
he was
player.
like, "Nah, I
That's
don't know if
exactly what I
give you
said,
that."
and
He's
all
a
I
good
said
player.
was he's
But Fox to me
inconsistent.
isn't part of their depth. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's one of the
Like,
guys.
He's just one of the
He's
guys.
supposed to be one of their guys.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Depth, I'm thinking like
Keldon
Harrison
Johnson.
Barnes, Keldon
Yeah,
Johnson,
those
Luke
guys.
Cornett.
Champagne,
I
good
mean,
player.
Champagne was the
been
one I will.
facts, but he's
I've been
he's
giving
great.
nothing but praise to him.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Have we seen a lot of Harrison Barnes?
No,
Have we seen a lot of Keldon Johnson?
too
I
much
mean-
to Keldon Johnson.
He was a plus 14 yesterday.
Keldon
Game
Johnson.
3.
Keldon
You know, it was
loud
one of the
plus
few
14.
pluses on the Knicks. Mikal Bridges.
You know who's been
What are
a,
your thoughts on
points.
that?
That
you know who's
his
been
defense
a,
is
you know who's
very
been a
valuable.
negative?
On
Jalen Brunson.
E.
I have
His
seen that.
defense has been very valuable.
Oh, you're
and
just saying plus minus
Yes,
negative.
yes.
Okay. I was gonna say this, and as much as I wanted to come here after game 2 and absolutely glaze Karl Anthony Towns, like I'm like an unbelievable supporter and fan of his story, his mom, everything Karl Anthony Towns, I love. Game 3, you needed more from him,
I feel
especially
like
at home.
they phased him out though. I feel
They
like.
did.
They did, but also To be fair, when Wemby's in one of those modes, simply there's no stopping. It's one of those get into the category of like a player limits themselves. You can only do so much when you're at that level. It was one of those nights for Wemby where he could just do what he wanted, and Karl Anthony Towns was
I feel like
in a bad spot.
It wasn't even Wemby for him. I feel like it was just the castle switch that really just threw him, because he was able to, like, games 1 and 2 kind of do whatever he wanted.
I mean defensively, because defensively is where Karl Anthony Towns has kind of made himself stand out from the pack.
I'm with you. Well, he couldn't even match it because it's like,
that's
offensively,
exactly it. True.
I can't get to it.
The problem with how Cat is being used, and it hasn't been a big issue until now.
Mm-hmm.
He's having a career low field goal attempts in the playoffs, but he has been so absurdly efficient that all the advanced numbers and even his regular box score numbers, they look really good because he's making the most of his opportunities, but he's not getting a lot of volume, which I think is the issue, especially in a matchup like this. I don't think that the Knicks are or should feel comfortable after the Game 3 loss. I think officiating definitely played a big part in it, but I'm not going to harp on that too much. I also don't think the Knicks played well at all.
Mm-hmm.
The Spurs made some key adjustments, and that was the Stephon Castle switch on Cat. And what that did is now with Wemby roaming, those cuts to the basket when Cat is at the top of the key or he is the hub, those are not available because Wemby's taking away the paint. And then Karl Anthony Towns doesn't have the handle or the speed to just get by Castle like he was able to get by Wemby in games 1 and game 2. So that has really neutralized two things. It's neutralized the drives and then the cuts. So now he's become more one-dimensional. Part of my frustration with Cat, the only thing is that I think that sometimes he just let it fly more. He should just let it shoot more from deep. There's moments where I feel like he's open from 3, and it is only open for a split second, but I do think that he should be comfortable in taking those type of shots. The biggest run, and the reason to your point, the reason why Mikal Bridges had a positive plus-minus is because the best Knicks basketball was the second quarter basketball.
Easily.
And that was the lineup of where Mike Brown took Deuce McBride out the game early after he missed a 3. It was Clarkson, Alvarado, Mikal, OG, and Cat. That lineup had amazing synergy. They were getting amazing offense. Clarkson hit a big shot. They were all just playing so well off each other. And defensively, they were getting consistent stops. Even when Wemby subbed into the game, they were still playing well against his lineup. And then Brunson comes in. And when Brunson is within the flow of the offense and we're playing that brand of basketball, which I just think is like 2014 Spurs-esque, everybody is getting the basketball, everybody's moving around, everybody's getting a touch. We saw the Knicks' best offense. They shot 73% from the field, and that is not sustainable shooting. But when you were getting the looks they were getting, it is efficient shots. So they're high-quality shots that they're generating. Then in the second half, it was just straight Brunson ball again. Jalen Brunson in this series, shout out to Hoops University who put this graphic together, 44 possessions where he has 6+ seconds of time per touch.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is De'Aaron Fox at only 13 possessions. The amount that Jalen Brunson is dominating the ball is something that needs to change because the Knicks' best basketball is when everybody's playing well off each other. OG Anunoby had 28 points on 13 shots. Jalen Brunson had 32 points on 25 shots. And I admire Jalen Brunson's ability to just empty the clip because I think that sometimes stars get too passive in moments, and he's clearly not passive. And I don't think this was a terribly inefficient game from him. But when he has possessions where he's dribbling the ball 8+ times and nobody's touching it, and then it just is a fadeaway shot, he can make that shot, but it's not a good quality shot on a possession-by-possession basis. And OG Anunoby having 28 points, only 13 shots, you need to involve him more. Karl Anthony Towns hasn't had a point in the fourth quarter thus far. And those guys are vital and they're important pieces of the team. So I just think that the icing of the other players was the big problem with the offense. And on defense, it's just the dribble drive, like being able to defend that. I don't think that they're going to have a consistent answer because you're going to pick at Brunson. That's just what's going to happen. And they're going to try to get him isolated in Fox, Castle, and Harper all have the ability to beat him off the dribble. I like that they played Wemby closer to the paint because it allowed that lob to always be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then as a pick and roller, He had 12 points in the pick and roll in game 3. That's the most of any game in the finals. So the Spurs clearly made their adjustments, and the Knicks are going to have to find a better avenue to defend that. And I don't care about what the efficiency numbers say about Harper. I feel like he is the second most impactful player on the Spurs. Castle and him, it feels like after Wemby, it's like 1 and 2. And I know Castle had the more efficient game. It felt like he made every shot around the paint. But whenever Dylan Harper subs into the game, I'm terrified at people being able to contain him and stay in front of him because he is just able to get to the basket at will. And I think it's one of the fakest 5 for 18 games that I've ever seen because it did not feel that way.
He just couldn't hit from outside.
Now, it did feel like that because it did feel like he just could not buy a basket from
He
3.
missed a lot of open threes.
But again, his ability to get to the basket, it just makes you feel like his impact's being felt on the game. I will say it's a 1A or 2A, 2B type deal, but I think Stephon Castle's consistency night to night, I think it's warranted him being at minimum viewed as the legit co-star that Wemby has had in this playoff run.
We know who got to go, man.
No, for sure. And I think
There's actually 2 of them.
Dells, I didn't like your tweet because it came after they won.
Yeah,
but
I tweeted it when it was like the third quarter. I thought the Knicks were going to win that game, honestly.
I was in the car on the way home. We were celebrating a friend of ours' birthday. And I go to Alexandra and I say, this is playing out exactly how the last 2 played out. I think the Knicks are going up 3.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
It was the exact same way.
Even when they were down, was it 4 or before OG hit the 3 in the corner? I was like, they can still do this.
So funny. When Jalen hit the 3, I looked at Al and I say, get ready.
They just hit no shots after that.
Nothing.
It just got so cold. You're right. I think Stephon Castle deserves a lot of credit because he's had a big role on offense.
Yeah, but Fox playing helps Castle still too.
It's true
because when he's out,
a turnover
you see the turnover
freak,
scope.
bro.
And that was another point that they kept bringing up to me. Well, you got to respect Fox because what he means for Castle.
He does settle the pace.
And that is a very fair thing to say. I think that's something Castle needs to work on is just taking care of the ball. But what he brings is a tenacity and consistent pressure on the basket that Fox used to give you, and he does not play with anymore.
Do you think he's still hurt?
I do.
I think that's a fair.
Yeah, I think this is more on Fox not being 100%.
That's what I'm saying. Like he is he still?
And
I don't think he's whack. We don't think he's still a good player.
Here's the thing, and this is just the reality of it. We don't know how the series is going to play out. I do have the Knicks winning this series in 6 games. Nonetheless, if it plays out differently and the Spurs win the series, there is nothing you can say. De'Aaron Fox, even for his flaws, has been he's been a vital piece of the Spurs run.
That's like Kevin Love winning the championship in 2016. Like Kevin Love had the stop against. It felt like it.
Fox is needed for the team because he's the only one that can consistently hit a pull-up jumper. That's why
he can play point guard.
He's not getting downhill like Dylan Harper.
Stephon?
And he's not with the consistency that De'Aaron Fox can get to. Fox can get to his spots at a much higher rate and level.
I just think Castle's done a good job of putting so much pressure near the rim that free throw line midi has just been there.
He has a good midi.
And he's been consistently knocking that down. His jump shot as a whole, and that's something I want to give you credit for too, because you acknowledge it, saying you trust that he can develop that shot a lot more than Amen Thompson. And I was like, it's just been it's so spotty. I don't know. This playoffs has completely turned it around, and he's letting it go.
I mean,
his confidence is higher than
it's way
that
higher.
It's been since the second half of the season. Second half of the season,
it's
I think he's shooting at 38% from
three.
three. So he's shooting the ball really well.
His form looks good too. Nothing clunky about it. Looks good.
But there's a reason why the Spurs go to Fox in the fourth quarter. There's a reason why he handles the ball in those situations. It's because he's the one that can get to his spots the best in those moments and can actually hit jump shots consistently from the mid-range, because from 3 he's pretty sporadic. But with Dylan Harper, and that's the only thing that's hurting Harper's value right now, is that when he plays off the ball, defenders don't respect him at all, and they just leave him wide open, and he can't consistently make defenders pay for leaving him wide open. So his entire value comes on being on the ball, but he is basically a straight line driver. You're going to sag off on him. You're going to let him and allow him to take jumpers, and those just aren't going to go in. And with Stephon Castle, he just doesn't have the craftiness of Fox to get in between that like rim to three like the mid-range area to just rise up over defenses like Fox has done. He's just in the fourth quarter, he's just very comfortable in those situations. And that's why I believe, like, even with the efficiency, him being able to settle down the team in those moments is important. Even though I agree, he's been underwhelming and he should be playing much better. He's also been an important piece to this team. Like, I don't think that the Spurs are in the finals if Fox wasn't playing.
No, he's just been
a lot
given
more
expectations.
Dylan Harper
It's
on
been
ball.
disappointing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dylan Harper on ball.
I do think he's important.
Yeah,
Excites
but
me.
even still, it's still Castle on ball too much. And he cleaned it. I think if it happened again, he wouldn't have the 20 combined turnovers he had in the first two games like did against
Not against
OKC.
New York.
No,
Definitely
just the
not
ball
against New
pressure
York.
is different. The defenders are different.
Okay, so he had like 25 turnovers in 2 games.
But Castle, I mean, he hit that dagger 3, which was some straight bullshit if we're being honest. But it was contested. It was late in the shot clock. Wemby just gave him a grenade and he hit that. Because both teams are really, really cold in the fourth quarter. You know, I think the Spurs started 0 for 7 from 3 and the Knicks were like 1 for 6, or maybe vice versa. But neither team could get anything going in that fourth quarter. So it was just super close the whole way. But Castle hit that with like a minute and change left, and that just felt like the dagger. But he's been, to me, I think he's been the second best player for the Spurs. The Harper's a good defender too, but the way Castle is able to just use his physicality on both ends. But to wear down Brunson, then we saw in last game, being able to really work on Cat, have him struggle. And then, like Drew's been mentioning, the constant rim pressure. Fox is just, doing it differently because Castle could use his youth and athleticism that I think Fox has probably just lost a step, half due to the injury, half just because Castle's like in his athletic prime or still getting towards it. Looks a little bit different. But to me, he's been their second best player. And I love some spot Castle.
So who do you think is winning game 4 on Polymarket? The Knicks have a 54% chance to win, and the Spurs are at a 46% chance.
I think this goes 6 or 7 regardless. So I'll say Spurs take it.
I think Spurs, we go 2-2. The road teams win all 4.
Spurs go 2-2, man. This series is officially the GOAT. It's the GOAT series.
Then game 5 becomes super important. That's going to be a Saturday. New York's going to be fucking nuts.
It's funny because I was talking to my dad about this, and he goes, "What do you think's going to happen in game 3?" And I said, "Dad, I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm lost. I don't know, because the Knicks going up 2-0 is one of the most shocking things that I've experienced this season. As good as the Knicks have been, and this is not me trying to...
Minnesota wasn't more shocking?
Which one?
Winning without their good players.
True. Good point. Definitely number one. That's number one. The Nuggets being ass is number one.
You heard that, John?
Well said. Good. I'm glad you called him out too. Fuck John.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to say this. 2-0, both wins in San Antonio, especially after coming off that that Oklahoma City series, winning Game 7 in Oklahoma City. At this point, I was just like, I don't know. The Knicks could win. I wouldn't be surprised, but every single game has been down to the wire. And the Spurs have been clutch in their own right, too, prior to this series. They're just happening to go up against the most clutch team this postseason. I think the Spurs win it, but I don't know. I don't feel good about it.
I mean, I know the JC last podcast, he said that, the Spurs have been facing adversity all playoffs long. The conference finals, they were down 3-2, and then they won 2 straight to win the series.
True.
So this is a young team. This would be the youngest team since the 73 Blazers, I believe, to win a championship. But they don't feel that way. They feel like very poised. They feel like very ready for the moment, very confident as well. You see the difference in approach with the Knicks and Spurs. The Knicks are very stoic. They're just like kind of locked in on the moment. And the Spurs are very much like, Castle came out today and said he's expecting to win 3 straight. Victor Wembanyama came out and said that these are the moments that he lives for. So they are very much embracing the challenge ahead of them. If you think the Spurs are going to win, $50 on Polymarket gets you $104 that you can win.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with the Knicks in this game, although there is a weird feeling where I feel like this does get tied up 2-2 and we go back to San Antonio.
Has this ever happened? The answer is no. I'm pretty sure.
Road teams win the first 4?
No, because I think in NBA Finals history,
I think so.
There's been only three or 2 teams to go up 2-0. 2 teams, right?
Wasn't it 16?
The Magic. It was the Magic and Rockets.
Warriors.
Wasn't, because I'm pretty sure it's been 2006,
Mavericks
2016, and 26.
Yeah, Mavericks and Warriors.
The only difference between those is that the Warriors started that series with home court advantage, and in this one, the Knicks
So
Went on
Dallas
the
I
road.
think,
No,
right?
That's
Beat
what
them
I'm.
twice.
That's what I'm saying. It's that the road team went up 2-0 in the first two games.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And that's what. So the Spurs, I want to say it was the Magic, the Rockets, because the Rockets weren't they a low seed that year?
Could
They
have been
were.
6 seed.
So and
Yeah,
the
could've been.
Rockets, didn't they sweep them?
Yes.
So the Rockets are the team. They got swept, and then the other one, it went to a 6-game series. They ended up losing 2.
Good shout.
You know, it's pretty crazy. I do think that the Knicks, even if it's 2-2, they can win 2 straight. But I also, have that same respect for San Antonio. I think they're an amazing team. And all of these games have been nail biters. They've been down to the wire, which means that if the ball doesn't bounce your way, it could be any team's game. That's just how this series has felt like. I'm going to go with the Knicks. My most important stock that I have right now on Polymarket
I'm listening.
is Karl Anthony Towns to win Finals MVP.
Great.
So
great
I said
job.
it after game 2, and I spent $259 on it to make $705.
There you go.
Okay.
Room for it.
Right
Put your
now,
money?
it's down $161.
Put your money where your mouth is.
It is down. It's currently, it costed when I bought it was at 36%. Now it's down at 15%.
By the
With Brunson having the best odds at 48% and Wemby having the second best odds at 38%.
MVP is going to be interesting because it feels like Brunson can steal this
or
by
OG.
just being great in the fourth quarter.
Good
OG
take, Chris.
feels like a long shot, but he's been so great. I just think Brunson's going to struggle. Like, it's going to be hard for Brunson to be efficient this series. So what he has to do is fourth quarter comes around, what he did in game 1. You know what I mean? Just step up, hit a clutch shot, the game-winning shot, free throws, whatever it might be, like he did in game 2, even though they got away with something there. Because Cat is better suited to play this Spurs team. They don't really have someone his size and strength combination compared to Jalen Brunson going up against Castle every matchup, or Dylan Harper. It's just much tougher defenders for him.
Who do you have? You have the Spurs tying the series up?
Yes.
So all you guys think this series is 2-2?
Yes.
I think it's going the distance.
I think road team wins every game. Spurs in 7.
This would be nuts. It'd be crazy. Honestly, for New York's sake, I hope the Knicks win in terms of the city.
Is Trump going to be there?
I
No,
think
Game
it's going to be
4.
their game 4 now.
He might win then.
It was only game 3.
bro.
He was sleeping during the game.
The aftermath was nuts.
Yeah, bro. He's beating people up.
They gotta chill, bro. There's no
Hey,
reason
man,
for that.
it's Gotham City.
You're right, but at the same time,
Just got to
They
be
gotta
careful
chill.
out
Too many
there.
fucking people, bro.
Yeah,
Man,
you
that
gotta be
could
careful.
happen
Like, there's
even
just too
without
many
a
people
Knicks
there.
game going on, man.
That's a
The
fact.
city gets
You saw what
rowdy.
happened to Penn Station a few days ago.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with the Knicks.
So what happened in my hut
Nah,
in Patterson?
what happened?
Man got shot off the
Damn.
bike.
Damn.
purse.
Sorry to hear that.
I don't know.
Oh, just your community.
Type shit. Yeah, shit happens every day, B.
Shit hit home, man.
You got to try to build what you can.
Mm-hmm.
Try to save the kids that you
Mhm.
can. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Talk to the youth. Youth needs us. What Dirk was trying to do.
They really locked bro up. I would give you up in a heartbeat.
I know you would.
My
You said
my
this
hottest
before.
take on what's going on with the Knicks fans, like beating up Spurs fans,
So stupid, bro.
is I just don't think that you should wear.
I
enemy
don't think you
team's
should.
merch.
I also think you should be beat up for it.
I don't
But
think so
I'm
either,
also
but
not doing
Do we
that.
think they're just getting beat up, or they're talking? They're saying something.
I was gonna
Could
say,
be-
bro, there's
could be.
been zero time where I have worn the opposite and gone to a stadium and talk shit.
I feel like if you mind your business, or if like you talk shit, somebody starts talking. Like you walk up and like you're a diehard Knicks fan. I'm a Spurs fan, and we're playing. I woke up in there with a Spurs. You definitely gonna wince. You're gonna be like, "Fuck is this guy?" You're gonna
Yeah.
talk your shit, but
You talk shit,
if I
but
start
you're not
talking
gonna-
back, then you start talking back. Now it's like, all right,
Yeah.
somebody's gonna get
So it's
disrespectful at
also
some point.
unfair when it's like 10 heads.
Yeah, now it's
Yeah,
like mad
that's-
people jumping in. Yeah, you're
There's
kind of.
900
I don't
Knicks
think-
fans for
You
the
got to just
Spurs
go there
fan.
and take a short.
I will say I've gone to Boston
Mhm.
wearing a Yankee jersey. Nobody did anything to me.
Fairs.
I am me at the same time,
What does that mean? You're dangerous.
a little bigger. That's all I'm saying.
Type shit.
A little bigger.
Scary.
No, I
You should
wouldn't
wear
say
the
that.
Wemby jersey MSG and see what happens.
See, now that is
See
just
what he's trying
levels
to
to
do to
it.
you, bro.
It's levels to
But
that.
that's the thing is like there's certain level of diligence and
Locations.
street smarts you have to have.
Yeah,
I went
no,
to
for
Philly,
sure,
and
for sure.
this was when I was a Bulls fan. I went to Philly, didn't tell a single soul I was a Bulls fan. Saw this dude in front of me. He was frying Alex Caruso. This when he was playing. He's like, "Yeah, fuck that nigga Alex Caruso, and I'll beat any Bulls fan up." And I was just like,
I'm not a Bulls fan.
"I'm not that."
Like
I'm
wearing
a
a
Sixers fan.
wearing a Spurs jersey in the midst of the NBA Finals, Madison
Choice.
Square Garden, that is like wearing red in a Crip neighborhood. It's just something you don't do. You're asking for trouble. I understand that you're probably not doing nothing. These people are probably not agitating Knicks fans, but there's just so many different characters, I would say, that you just don't know who you're going to run into, especially in a big city like New York, where you kind of have to be cautious and you have to understand, okay, this is probably not safe for me to do. And if you wear a opposing team jersey, exactly, you're asking for trouble. That's my take on it. I just feel like you're asking for something to happen.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It shouldn't happen, but there's just too many stupid people out there that it takes one person.
As long as you're quiet and you watch the game and you're just like, nice, we won, leave.
Like, what if you go?
Shouldn't have an issue.
Agreed.
I'm
like,
bugging.
bro, you could do something simple, bro. You could wear a nice calm fit with maybe like a hat or something that's not too exposing. I think a jersey is just way too exposing. Like, it's clear, like, you're a fan.
Yo, no, for real,
you're targeted.
You're an idiot for supporting your team.
You're targeted because you already know how things are gonna start. Everything is like video recorded nowadays. Somebody's walking with the jersey, like at the Spurs.
I think that's
somebody's
why
like, "Oh, look at this dickhead! Yeah, dickhead! Yeah, fuck the Spurs, dickhead! Yeah, fuck you!" And then as soon as somebody probably says something back because there's fucking 10 people ganged up around you just talking shit to you, then now you, even if you say something, you agitate people, and now they start fucking with your shirt, they start touching your jersey and stuff. And at that point, you know, you're in a bad situation for yourself. So I just feel as if, like, it's very simple, bro. Maybe if you're going to the game itself and you want to wear the jersey, you know, before you leave the arena, just take it off and have your normal, like, shirt under and just chill.
Nah, they gonna know it was you. They gonna remember that shit.
Like, you know,
that's that dude.
That's the thing, bro. Is I just feel like you just have to have some sort of awareness and street smarts, especially when we have evidence of Knicks fans doing this. Like, we saw when they played the Pacers last year, a Pacers fan got harassed for wearing a Pacers jersey. So, I mean, we have the internet. We know that Knicks fans are crazy. It's just certain things you don't do, bro. Like, I wouldn't go to Lincoln Financial Field to watch an Eagles game and have, like, Cowboys head to toe, like,
or Green Bay.
It's just certain, like, you know, certain things that you're just not gonna do in certain places, and I just feel like it's fucked up that people aren't allowed to rep their team like that freely without getting harassed. But you have to understand the environment as well.
No, I'm with you. That dude did look like OG.
He did, right?
Fan, yeah, the older dude. He looked just.
You saw
like
Player
OG.
Choice's Twitter handle said OG's bugging.
That's funny.
And he wore the 21. I was like, that's definitely OG. Yeah, I know he wouldn't put up with that though. I know.
Yeah, OG's a big guy.
Yeah, nah, he would.
That dude looked like a big guy too, honestly.
He did. But on Polymarket, if you want to make your predictions for Game 4 of the NBA Finals, you can using code PAS26. You deposit $20 and you get $50 on Polymarket. So if you want to put that 50 on a Finals MVP or on an individual game, you can, and at any time you can cash out. So if you put some money on the Spurs and then they're up, the percentage is up, and you don't want to see the entire prediction play out, you can take your money out of it and then have your little gain from that. Let's move on to the next topic of the show.
No. Was this planned?
No. The shirts you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't text you. You didn't text me. So
I'm saying, like, did you plan like today is gonna be the day where I'm gonna pick this up?
No, I just went in my drawer and grabbed it.
Type shit.
That's real. They're very comfortable.
They are.
A lot of people have given reviews saying that they like the shirt.
I somehow went from one pick a size shirt to I feel like I have like 5 now.
Yeah.
Well, overnight we did get 3.
Did we get 3?
We did.
We did. That'll do it.
I took like a few out of Drew car.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
The same color?
Yeah, for my grandma and shit.
That's valid.
That's the medium?
Check. I really don't know. Honestly, I think a nigga like me get largest now. Check.
Bro was holding on to those mediums.
We'll see.
That's medium as fuck.
Oh,
medium as fuck.
Shit feels amazing. I'll be honest.
No, it feels good, bro. It's comfortable.
You ready XL?
I don't know if this is X or double.
Maybe Rev could check that for you.
You want to check my tag, bro?
No.
It's either X or double X.
Nah, I ain't doing that, bro.
What's the issue, man?
Him, this guy, I just don't feel like it, bro.
It's because I'm white?
Probably.
Okay.
Actually,
Can't do a favor for me because I'm white?
Nah, I like white people. You?
What about John and his friends?
They're cool. Yeah, they're cool.
Do you have to code switch?
Tanner, buddy, how are you?
Are you at all times, or do you code switch?
I think I'm incapable of code switching. I think I'm me no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think people actually have to code switch for me.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah.
People have to code switch for you.
Yeah.
Both, all races.
Yes.
Black and white.
I think you
everything
have
else.
to now speak my code.
Okay.
You
I
know?
can see it. You blend in. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like you could be with a group of white people and be fine. A group of black people be fine.
Because you guys understand my humor. You know?
Yeah.
I can call you all types of words, and you just know, like,
Mhm.
he's just fucking playing.
So what were you talking, like, to John's friends? Like, who were you talking to? Because you're not always the most outgoing guy.
No, I was actually pretty quiet.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was sitting at the table. We was watching the game, and like, you know what it is, bro? I want
to be fair, I want to be out. If it was me, John, all John's friends, no disrespect to John or his friends, I'm sure they're great. I just don't fucking know them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they were talking about, like, sports.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't like talking about sports all the time. We do
I feel
it
that.
like for 12 hours.
To be fair, though, whenever we're out, all you guys fucking do is talk about sports.
Sat down. And,
I can't believe we didn't get invited, bro.
No, I can't believe you didn't get invited.
John's been to my engagement party. He's been to my birthday.
He really
been to
was.
Chelsea's birthday.
Wow, yo.
And I didn't even
Talk
get
about
invited.
white on white crime.
That's some nut shit, bro.
Yeah, man. Nah, he's gonna watch this too.
John almost slept over at my house after
Wow.
Bro was there till like 2 a.m.
Yo, he hates you,
Yeah.
bro.
You didn't tell him, yo, bro, get the fuck out.
Eventually, he just got the fuck out. I'll be honest. We got
Yeah.
not Smash Burger.
Rev's partnership with
Whatever the
John
whole
just hits different. It's like Men in Black, or
Mhm.
White Man Can't Jump.
He's kind of cooking.
You guys do have a cute relationship.
Well, you guys bunk us every trip, so you know we
yeah.
built.
Well, you
like
guys also like being punked.
I like watching them.
Okay. Petite.
I like
He's
watching
getting
them.
bigger though. You're
He
low
is.
key petite compared to him. Both
I
petite.
think I'm bigger. Still,
Who do you think makes who laugh more?
he makes me laugh way more. Way more. I think he makes all of us genuinely laugh. bro.
Yeah, I fucking love John.
When do we ever see him laugh? We see him smile. When do we ever see him laugh?
I'm gonna be honest, it's getting to a point where I think we need him checked, like
Yeah.
little psycho.
Yeah, he doesn't laugh.
I need
He
to see him
He
laugh.
smiles.
somewhere.
laughs.
I don't see him laugh too much. Like he'll smile really hard and be like, "Hi, that's funny."
John's
But he
laugh
doesn't,
is
like,
just
laugh.
so distinct.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, it is.
You know?
It is.
because we were out and I was making jokes at him. He was just like, "You're funny," but he didn't
But-
laugh.
'cause
He's
I
just
feel like
like,
John doesn't give you a chuckle. Like John gives you
No.
a real belly laugh when he's
fair.
laughing.
It's either that or nothing.
Low key.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm with you. You know,
I'm just picturing John belly laugh.
no, he makes me laugh. OD, he's mad funny, bro.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
The socks, man. I'll never forget the socks.
I'll never forget that your engagement, bro.
Huh?
bro. We're at your engagement party.
The Air Jordan jacket.
And now since Drew gets money now, he looks at the people that dress.
I'm fucking crying.
It's like he's laughing with me. So we're at your engagement party, and I woke up to the table and we watched John put on his jacket. And me and Drew just look at each other. And Drew was like, it's like, yo, John, what kind of jacket is that?
I don't know why I'm such a subtle dickhead to
Oh
John
my
about his clothes.
God. Bro, as soon as he asked that, I couldn't hold it.
Bro,
I
I
couldn't
think
hold
it was the other day. It was a little while ago, actually. I think we were on our way to the city, and John had these Reebok shoes on, I think. And there was a pod where he wore them, and for whatever reason, my asshole ass fucking recorded a video of them. And then he wore them again on the way to the city, and then I sent it to the group chat. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I need to go be checked.
You are a dickhead.
That
for
was
that.
evil
You are a
shit.
Oh
dickhead.
my God,
That
bro.
was evil shit. I just did not anticipate him to wear those again.
He's so fucking funny, bro.
He's
Unintentionally,
hilarious.
though. That's what makes him so funny.
Oh, I love that guy,
Him
man.
and
You was
Joey.
trying to flame him for wearing Air Max 270s.
No,
No, it wasn't those. It wasn't those.
It wasn't those.
It
No,
wasn't,
it wasn't.
Bro, I promise you, because I was laughing for 30 minutes.
It was.
Yeah, it wasn't
They
those.
were dead red. Red. I think red.
I think,
Reeboks.
yeah, I remember the shoes.
Should I
Yeah, if
pull
I
up the
could-
video?
Yeah.
Me having it in a video.
Oh, man.
I need help.
Nah,
bro.
John just dresses like himself. Like
He does.
I think if he dressed any other way, it would kind of be weird.
He wouldn't be him anymore.
Mhm.
He wouldn't be him anymore.
But no, I think John's gonna find his stride. He's gonna pull up wearing some fly.
He's
shit.
like 21, right?
Yeah, he's 22. Did he turn? You were at his fucking birthday. I wasn't at his fucking birthday. Fuck him.
I just think that he's simple, bro.
I don't
just
think
that
men
he's
go out and
simple.
be like, happy, you're, you know, they don't.
It never came up once like, yo, I'm turning 23. It's
Yo,
22
honest
or
to God,
23.
no. Like his age never popped. Actually, funny enough, his birthday was that Saturday.
Yeah.
Bro, there was
So I
this
didn't even wish him happy
hilarious.
birthday. I just went
There
to
was
his thing.
we was at Korean barbecue, and there was this hilarious rebuttal that Riv gave to JC that it was honestly funny as fuck. Is JC was like, yo, remember when you used to flame people, bro? Yeah, that shit was fucked up, dog. Yeah, that shit was fucked up. It just happened out of nowhere. Shit got like Riv feeling like, you know, like, damn, why you bringing this up? He's like, yo, that shit was fucked up. Yo, nah, that's insane, bro. And then Riv was like, and you was right there laughing with me.
He really was, though.
He was like, then he was like, yeah, that shit was funny as fuck.
That's how he remember all. He was laughing right there, bro.
He was like, you was right there laughing with me. Nah, that's funny, bro. He's talking about all like the fucked up shit, and then Riv's was like, you was right there laughing.
Riv was a fucking dickhead, bro. Like, I didn't even really know you in high school, but I knew you as a dickhead.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
No.
Oh, that's real spill?
And that's just somebody who, like, fake knew you, but didn't really know
Dead ass. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that was the rumor?
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
I didn't start it.
Who started?
I don't know, but I agreed with it.
He said, I agree with it.
Yeah, I was an asshole. Thank God I've grown.
You have grown.
More ways than one.
I don't know if you're mature.
There we go.
Yeah,
what you mean?
I think he compared you to Eddie Murphy.
Oh, he was dick eating.
JC, he compared you to Eddie Murphy.
That's high praise.
Was it Eddie Murphy or somebody else?
No, Elite Glaze.
Yeah, that's high praise. What do you mean by that?
That you're not mature?
Yeah.
I think you still have growing to do is all. You haven't.
He's calling you immature, bro. As
matureness.
simple as we could say it there, bro. He's calling you
I
immature.
wish you saved me a donut, bro.
Yeah, nah, you think I'd save anything for you?
A donut would be nice. You know I love donuts.
I want to get into
Exactly what I
the
said
Sam
too.
Presti comments because he had his end of the year press conference, and he made some comments about Shea and one very minimally about Chet. The one about Chet will get out the way. He said he's a first-time All-Star, second in DPOY voting, third-team All-NBA, sweeping our way to the conference finals primarily due to his efforts. I believe in him because he's made of the right stuff, is essentially the quote. Presti on Shea. He's playing against 6 people. He has 5 defenders, and the 6th is social media. How did you feel about what Sam Presti said?
He said the right things.
He said exactly what I would expect him to
I don't
say.
think you trade
In a funnier
Chet.
way,
I think trading Chet is kind of crazy. Now, if he does this shit again, get the fuck out of here. But no, I think people overreacted. Genuinely.
To Chet?
Okay,
like
no. He played like shit. I think it was I do think people overreacted to Chet playing like shit. I think it's okay to say Chet playing like shit. I think you can acknowledge his flaws. I think people putting him in trade machines after they were 10 minutes away from going to back-to-back finals while J-Dub didn't play. I feel like that's unfair. I feel like this team is going to be the same next year, or if not the same, at least up there at the top of the West, and they're going to be able to have a chance to repeat yet again back in the WCF. They have the talent. For people to go out and over-exaggerate, throw Chet in these little trade machines because he played bad, I feel like you don't break up a good band so early. I feel like sometimes it's okay to do it, but not right now when you just had another WCF appearance. You know, you went to war with San Antonio in a 7-game series. Yeah, Chet didn't play good against the Spurs, but for the most part throughout the playoffs, he was pretty good. You know, obviously he has, room to grow in his game. Obviously he has a bag he needs to figure out. He needs to work on being more confident in his jump shot, continue to grow his touch, continue to grow his handle. And you need to, fill out the roster, maybe get another 5, maybe go out and get more shooting, the stuff that they know they need to do. But OKC is sitting on a treasure of chest of draft picks, and they can get Giannis at any point in life. They are the one team that can actually get damn near anybody in the league. So I feel like for a team like that, with everything that they've went through in the past couple of years, I feel like it is crazy, and it does feel a little bit overreaction. Now, if we talk about next summer and they lose again and Chet plays like shit again, then you're like, okay, but this team gets a right to at least come back. We saw strides from Case and Wallace throughout the series. We saw SJ obviously struggled, but, AJ Mitchell played well throughout this playoff. So you have a litany of guys that, if they're together, healthy, they can get it done. I feel like, people are just, using Chet as the butter jokes. Granted, he did play like shit. I'm not disagreeing with you at any point. Like, he was dead ass whack. Like, he was awful against San Antonio.
That's Del's boy.
Yeah, he was garbage. But like, to trade him that fast, I feel like if that's the case, we would probably traded every other young player who's had a stinky ass first run.
Now, before Drew or Dels, before you guys go, answer me this question.
I have an answer.
Is it riskier for the OKC Thunder to keep Chet or trade Chet for Giannis? What's riskier?
Damn, it's so many questions that comes after that. Does Giannis extend with OKC? How healthy is Giannis. What else does the other roster? Damn. I would say, as of today, and this obviously can change, it is riskier to trade for Giannis. I do think it's a little bit riskier. I think it's not because Giannis isn't better than Chet. I want to get that out there. Giannis is a top 5 player on the planet when he plays. He has been a bit injured over the last couple of seasons, especially with lower leg injuries. To a player like that who relies a lot on his stuff in the paint, and so he's very up and down, transition, he's elite at. He is 32, 31, 33, whatever it is. He's getting up there in age. The mid-range hasn't excelled like you wanted to. The three-point shot obviously is never going to be there, so he's going to rely a lot on in the paint stuff. And he's had a lot of lower leg injuries, and that's gruesome for a player like that. And in the playoffs, he hasn't been that healthy either over the last couple of years. So at least with Chet, and I know it's Giannis, like I said, because I have to repeat this so people understand, Giannis is 10 times the player Chet is. But at the same time, like, we just watched Chet, outside of the San Antonio series, be pretty good. And obviously that's the bar. You're going to play San Antonio again. But with Giannis, when's the last time he's been this healthy at this point? It's been a minute. And I feel like also the looming of the extension you're going to have to give Giannis, who's going to demand a ton of money. That's going to hurt. Also, he's a lot older. So I would say it's a little bit riskier.
I mean, I'm definitely with you. I think Chet definitely played significantly better against Cayman Maliwatch,
you're cooking.
And DeAndre Ayton. I agree.
Yeah, you're cooking. They were inferior.
I won't tolerate also Iguodala erasure, man.
My bad.
But there needs to be a common ground because he played terrible against Victor and then played good against them.
No,
so
that's what I'm giving.
Yeah.
He was really awesome against Mark William, Cayman Maliwatch,
Also Iguodala.
Yeah, there's some good middle ground here.
He plays more than Maliwatch.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. I don't disagree with you. I don't. I think that it is a bit riskier right now to trade for Giannis comparatively to taking the 1-year gamble of seeing if Chet can just be better in these high leverage situations. That's a coin flip. It's whether or not he shows up against the Spurs, because against any other competition, I really don't fear him playing that well. Maybe against Jokic. I say maybe because it's still the duo of him and Isaiah going up against Jokic, and Jokic's defense is not Wemby. That's the difference. Wemby's defense, he's making it personal with Chet. He wants him to be irrelevant on offense. And defensively, Chet's going to have a couple stops, but Wemby's still going to get his. For Giannis, you have to give up a lot, and it is a short-sighted move for immediate dominance, where waiting the year, seeing if Chet can continue to develop, it could lead to multiple years of sustained excellence and a little less risk of wondering, is my player going to be available? I say a little less risk because Chet Holmgren in his own right has had injury history as well. First year coming into the league, gets injured. Last season, missed a majority of the year with injury. Did come back for the playoffs. Did play relatively well.
By Andrew Wiggins.
Did get hurt by Andrew Wiggins. Fair enough. Respect to him.
Last boy.
But at the same time, in the initial conversation talking about Sam Presti, what are we expecting him to say? Let me bash Chet Holmgren. Let me bash SGA. Be better. I'm not going to say all that. I think what he said was objectively fair for a GM, and I also think it was objectively fair just as a regular basketball mind. He's right. SGA is heavily criticized by the people that take in the game. But watching the sport, he made an interesting point about how he was fouled X amount of times. Only 11 were challenged. Only 4 were overturned. And a majority of those, yes, challenges, you don't want to use them too often. He's fouled a lot. But at the same time, 11 challenged, 4 were overturned. So less than half were not fouls. More than half were actually fouls. And SJ, who's great at that craft, understanding there's multiple facets of his game that he is elite at, that being one of them, getting to the line, you're also going to be fouled more when you are that much of a problem offensively. When you are getting downhill as often as SGA is, you're going to get fouled more often. That there's an obvious correlation to that too. 1, you can't stop me. 2, I'm going to put you in positions where you're going to foul me. And I'm good at that too. It's a combination to go to the free throw line.
So you believe that Shea is unfairly criticized for foul baiting?
No. I think that he's unfairly criticized for his game as a whole. He's underappreciated for his value and what he brings to a basketball court and what he's been able to accomplish over these last 2 years. And in a game where he just needed his co-star to not even be good, be okay. Give me okay play, and we go on to compete for our second straight title. He couldn't even get that out of them, and unfortunately, that was the product, and that's what allowed them to fall short. Because last year, Jalen Williams was good. He wasn't great. He had moments of being good. He was consistently good, inefficient, but both sides of the court, you were getting energy, you were getting consistency. It led to them being NBA champions. With Chet Holmgren also playing good basketball on top of that too. But Chet didn't have the burden of needing to be a number 2 because Jalen Williams was able to rise to the occasion and be able to be the co-star that SGA needed. When SGA didn't have it, Jalen Williams more often than not was able to help them out.
3-2.
Fair.
So I would hear you, but they were up 3-2.
Okay, and here's the thing. Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
In Game 7, SGA put them in position to have a chance to win. Mm-hmm. Now, albeit SGA didn't have the greatest fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But this is where you understand in the fourth quarter, teams are going to do whatever it takes to take their best player away from being able to win the game and allow the others to be put in position to try and win it. And unfortunately, they weren't able to do so. Now, you go ahead and you run it back again next year because this is a young squad. They were one of the youngest teams in NBA history to win a championship in 2025. There's no reason to rush it. I agree. Would I be excited if I was a Thunder fan if we traded for Giannis? Duh. It's Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'd be lit. It's you give up Chet Holmgren, it stinks, but you know what? It's Giannis and SGA. It sounds awesome. I don't have to give up J-Dub. I don't have to give up Kaysen. People really think that AJ Mitchell's untouchable. Let's see what happens with him. He stays. That'd be even better. But you can still play the long term with Chet Holmgren. He's still young, all NBA player, all NBA defensive player. It's just how expensive is this player going to cost? How much is he going to be?
Yeah.
And how much can I actually trust him in these moments? Because the Spurs are only going to get better.
Do you saw what Casey Wallace was saying? You saw his exit in it?
I actually didn't. What did he say?
He's talking about how he wasn't worried about the money right now. He's just trying to get better.
And that moved that should move everybody.
Trying to get better in the offseason.
I did see that actually. Yeah. That should move everybody because he actually is dedicated to the grind. And he was extremely valuable for them. Extremely. On both sides.
They might not be able to keep long term.
They'll probably move Caruso and Dort.
Dort is going to leave this offseason.
I think Dort is guaranteed not on the Thunder next season.
Okay. And Caruso is just older.
I think Caruso is essential to the Thunder.
I do. I agree. I'm with you. I just think this year they'll both be there. Next year, you talk about extending Kaysen. Caruso will be a little older. You're not going to send out their younger guys.
Then you have AJ, you have McCain.
Well, AJ has another 2-3 years. And McCain versus Kaysen.
Kaysen easy.
Kaysen. It's
Kaysen easy.
You know?
It's Kaysen.
Because you have to pay both of them.
But here's the unfortunate, here's the fact. Their vet in the locker room is Caruso.
That's true.
He's their vet.
By then, Shea will be like 30, though, so he'll get it.
Not that ass.
SGA is the leader, facts. That's the number one guy in that locker room easily. Mm-hmm. But the vet in the locker room is Caruso.
It really depends on how old he is. How old is Caruso?
Caruso's 30.
I feel like when it comes to Shea, it's a weird dynamic where the numbers, the free throw attempts, the amount of fouls that were challenged and were overturned versus the amount of times he was fouled, they don't align with people's eye test, in which the way people view Shea when they watch him is they feel as if every possession down he's hunting for a foul. And I do think that he hunts for a lot of fouls, but I think that people forget that a lot of the all-time great scorers also hunted for fouls. Dwayne Wade birthed the jumping into a defender to draw a foul. Chris Paul was a master at manipulating defenses, and as soon as he felt an arm, he would just flail to get a foul called. You know, these things have been in basketball. I think with Shea, it's been a heightened level of attention to what he's doing. And I don't know if it exactly matches the numbers, but clearly, I mean, a lot of people feel very passionately about how much he just, the contact, how much he kind of flails into contact and hunts for fouls instead of hunting for his shot.
My opinion on that, and this is like me speaking from obviously a lower level, but like as a coach, like I feel like when I see that during game, because I see it now with kids, like how they're flaring their heads back and, flopping stuff like that. I personally would be more mad at the ref because it's not like, for example, Joel, if you're in a game and I'm watching you flare, if I'm on the opposite side coaching against you and I'm watching you throw your head back flop, it's not on you to kind of enforce those rules. It's on Dells. If he's a ref, Dells to force the rules. So I'm looking at Dells like, yo, brother, you are trained to understand the rules, know the flopping rule. Why are you allowing that to happen in the game? And I feel like SGA is manipulating the game. And whether it's, I think outside of that, his game is great to watch, outside of all the extra shit, like the mid-range is smooth, the handle is smooth, him getting to the basket, him being twitchy and silk and smooth and all that. It's fun to watch. I do think obviously if you watch SGA enough, I feel like you should have a objectivity to where, it does become a little bit too much. And I watch SGA enough to know I understand like that shit does become a little bit too extra. But I also feel like it's a lot of attacking SGA, and it's not enough of blaming the people who should be enforcing the rules. Like, why are we not talking? Well, I know we are, but I'm saying we are attacking the guy who's manipulating the game and not attacking the guys who are supposed to be refereeing the game, like who should be getting attacked more. That's my opinion.
We need post-game press conferences for officials.
We do. Like generally, we need the one. Like we brought in this flopping rule a couple of years ago, and we've completely gone away from it. Now they don't even use the shit no more. You don't get tech for nothing. No. Travels don't get called anymore. Like you can do whatever you want. You don't explain anything. Now it's hand is a part of ball, but then sometimes it's not a part of ball. I'm glad they added the whole landing zone thing. I think that's super dope.
Yeah, very important.
But then you still
was an injury risk more than anything.
But you still struggle with the pump fake jump into a person, and that's a foul when you've allegedly got that out the game.
And some of them are obvious too.
They're obvious. You're waiting, and then you're just if you see a dude lunging towards a person, that's a clear. He's jumping to the guy. So it's what are we doing as referees? As we're supposed to be the enforcer of the game, we're supposed to, we're controlling the game. What are we doing on that level to understand, all right, this is the rule. I can't, because I'm not about to sit there and I'm refereeing the game, and I do that too, but on a low scale. But I'm not about to sit there and referee a game and see a dude travel, and because that shit look cool because he the star player, I'm not going to call it travel. No, you're going to hit a beep, traveling violation. I'm going to tell you what you did wrong. We just allowing dudes to just flail back, and we're just like, well, he got fouled. Then you ask him to explain the foul. I don't need to talk to you. It's like, okay, what? And then you get attacked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like the referees definitely have a big hand in enforcing the anti-flopping rules. The thing is with a 60-minute game, 48-minute game, sorry. You can spin any narrative that you want in a couple of clips. And I feel like with the Shea thing, the numbers clearly say something different he's not the person that draws the most fouls in the NBA. And because he works in the mid-range area, the landing space is a bit different because there's more bodies around you naturally when you are in the mid-range area. And that's why he falls on jump shots to kind of protect his landing space so his foot doesn't fall on somebody's and then he rolls his ankle. So I think that there are certain things in place that make sense that looks egregious. It's kind of like, in the prime of James Harden's career, he wasn't a bad defender. He just had bad defensive clips.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of what I think with Shea.
Led the league in steals, right?
One of the league leaders,
so
absolutely.
Ricky Rubio, if you didn't know.
I think Shea, the other thing I have to give him credit for is I feel like people think you just get fouled and that's it, right? But when you look at who leads the league in terms of free throws, it's usually some of the best players. There's some outliers, right? But obviously Luka's up there. Harden is up there for years.
Giannis.
Shea is up there. Giannis, all for different reasons. But for a guy like Shea, you're going to get beat by him a lot. Like, he's going to take you off the dribble. He's going to make you go one way, and he's going to go another. He's going to catch you on a pump fake because he's one of the best mid-range shooters in the NBA. He's one of the best finishers in the NBA. So it's also easy to... He does beat you a lot. He beats you often. He beats a lot of dudes often. He beats almost everyone in the NBA. It's fucking Shea.
Good word.
Type shit.
So if you're gonna be in disadvantage, disadvantage. If you're gonna be a disadvantage when you're guarding him, you're more likely to foul him because you're gonna fall on a pump fake because you already got beat and he's got to step on you. So you're trying to overcorrect yourself.
There you go.
So Shea's he's so great that I think some of it, like Drew mentioned, does get a bit disrespected because he gets to the line so much. But at the end of the day, it's a skill. And the chat shit, real quick. Presti has to say that because he's not gonna be like, oh yeah, Chet was fucking dog shit. But this upcoming year does feel like a huge year for Chet.
It's a make or break.
Where if you have to go up against San Antonio again, and this is obviously 11 months from now, so who knows, and you have that type of performance, your ass is fucking done, bro. You cannot waste this team and all the picks they have, and I get the future's bright and everything, but you got a dude playing at a top 3 level in the world. You got a coaching at a top 3 level, a supporting cast at a top 3 level. You cannot have your co-star number 3, however you want to say it, no matter how good his defense is, be that detrimental to the team for 2 seasons in a row and get away with it. So he's still in the good graces this year. He hopefully puts on some weight, works on his offensive game. But if it happens again, I don't think the tone is going to be the same.
He just needs to shoot better. I think that if he works on having a quicker release this offseason and so he can get his shot off cleaner in the playoffs, I think that would make the biggest difference. You don't need him to turn into a superstar. You don't need him to be like a 25-point per game guy. You just need him to be able to space the floor and hit his shots and then play elite defense.
That would be awesome.
He gives
or
you
shoot
that.
the ball in general.
Yeah, he gives you that. He still has the rim presence. He still is able to be a screener in pick and roll situations. He just gives you the floor spacing aspect. Then I feel like that's a huge step.
Too.
He can't.
God forbid.
Because all you gotta do is sit on his left and watch the spin.
Yeah.
And he's not strong enough to overpower
there's
you.
There's no fucking back.
There's nothing.
There's no back.
There's nothing. Like he moves slow. Like it really. And then like you said, he doesn't shoot the ball, but his release so slow. Like he's probably uncomfortable when you get there. Yeah, man. Yeah, Chet got to tighten up.
There were 2 comments made by one of the comments made this week was by a current Washington Wizard in Trae Young.
Here we go.
He went on the Pivot podcast. Shout out to Ryan Clark, Shannon Crowder, Shannon Crowder, Fred Taylor. Trae said, regardless of what people think of me, I know who I am and I let my play talk for me. This is the most slept on I've ever been in my whole life. Imagine the Wizards as the #1 team in the East next year. What people gonna be saying? I haven't played much in a year and a half, but trust me, I'm just entering my prime. And AJ DeBansa, who might be a future Wizard, he was asked about the Spurs' quick turnaround, and he said it won't take that long, referring to the team he's drafted to, especially with my adaptability and work ethic. I think that will be, I'm not going to say easy, but pretty similar in what these guys do in terms of the forecast. So he's speaking about whatever team he's drafted to. If they draft him, he feels like the turnaround will be Spurs. It can be Spurs as.
It's not crazy.
And the team that he's
the Wizards.
The Wizards. The Wizards.
Maybe not finals, but like
the Wizards now feel. You have a potential Wizard and AJ Advance is saying, "Listen, this turnaround is not going to be long. It's going to be quick." And you have Trae Young now projecting a potential Wizards #1 seed, projecting the best seasons of his career still to come because he still feels like he's in his prime. How do you feel about the Wizards' outlook?
That trio, man, is going to be fucking awesome.
You're the DP guy, and you feel like DP is going to watch this. So I'll take the start for this one.
Happily.
I'll take the start.
The comments from Trae Young are hilarious. He's up here acting like with all due respect to him.
Don't be an idiot. Don't be a fucking idiot.
With all due respect to Trae Young, I think he's a phenomenal
you're about to say be
player.
Disrespectful.
But
you're
literally,
I do hate when people do that. Let's stop doing that. With all due respect.
With all due respect to Trae Young,
let's just stop that.
Fucking ass.
He still turns the ball over.
But this is the most slept on he's been for good reason. This is the worst basketball he's been playing.
How bad has he been?
Did you watch him in Washington in his limited minutes? No. Shut the hell up.
No, I don't need the 4 games he played in Washington.
Low leverage basketball.
Compared to the multiple years
trying.
He was. We looked at his stats the other day. He was like 60% from the field.
I think he was actually efficient. Yes.
The only time he didn't lead the Hawks in a top 10 offense post making the Eastern Conference Finals was his last year in Atlanta. Yeah. Last full year.
And then this past year, obviously, was just injured and whatnot. But it's just funny the way he's talking about himself and the Washington Wizards. He should have this confidence. Of course he should have this confidence. You do have Anthony Davis. You have the #1 overall pick. But he was almost saying it as if, like, what don't you guys see? Like, what are you talking about I'm being slept on? What are you talking about the Wizards are being slept on? They got to prove it. I mean, I think they have the pieces in place. They have young players over the last couple of years who've gotten some experience. You're going to have a potential probably all-star, if not all-NBA caliber player with number 1 overall pick.
Two.
And you do have 2 veterans in Trae Young and Anthony Davis. When they're on the court, they can, of course, be productive. But I just, the tone that it came from me was, how don't you guys understand the Wizards are going to be the 1 seed?
That's not what he's saying. He's
That's
saying,
kind of
He
what
said his
I
tone.
got.
He said that's how he
all
felt.
he said was like, yo, when we're the 1 seed, what are they going to say now?
And it's like, well, what if you're not the 1 seed? Like,
All right, what if they're a top 6 seed and now they're a playoff team? What are you going to say then?
I think
Right? Like,
Congrats?
that's essential.
What's
He's
the
exaggerating
other
the
team that has
point
the
of like, if we're the 1 seed, what are they going to say? Yeah, obviously.
what if they're the
Wizards
12
won.
seed?
2
Okay,
is
then
the
they got better.
Jazz. 3 is the Grizzlies.
Yeah, right.
Fact
So-
or fiction?
So, I said this in this TikTok I made earlier.
Yeah, I seen
Said
even
this.
back
Oh,
on
I was
TikTok.
locked in.
Yeah, I said it.
You're locked in?
I'm gonna block you.
Okay.
Actually, I meant to do that today on TikTok. I don't like your comments.
God.
I said it, and I was talking about how like what's gonna be the next? Who's gonna have the next Indiana or like Detroit like jump where they just come in, they win 50+ games or whatever. There's just be a sleeper in the East, right? And I was talking about teams like I was like, Atlanta could be interesting because they have a top 10 pick. You know, they kind of traded away Trae Young, but I feel like there's still a piece or two away from being that. And I was like, Orlando has a new coach. The talent is there, but how does it fit? And now I talked about Charlotte, which I feel like pick 14, pick 18, they can make a move this offseason that really intrigues you, and then they jump up. But now I'm looking at the Washington Wizards, and I'm in the middle of Dells and Drew here. I'm looking at the roster. I thought Sarr was really good year 2. KG is solid. Gonna see how that fit. He's a much slower wing, likes to slow the pace down. Then you got Trae Young, AD. For them, it's health concerns, and obviously Trae Young, before the games in Washington, didn't look too great. He's been banged up all year. AD's always hurt, but if you get him on the court,
Always
pretty
a
dope.
Stretch.
Oh, last 3 years, brother.
Last 2.
Last
Year and a half.
Okay, 2.
Year and a half.
Let's say 2. Last 2 been struggling, but the roster has a lot of youth. AJ goes there. You're looking at the roster. You're like, all right, we have Bilal, Trey Johnson. We just drafted Alex Sarr year 3. If AD and Trae Young are healthy, you can see this team being sneaky, like a 6 seed, 7 seed, 5th seed, whatever it is. Just because the East is so unpredictable nowadays. There's so much parity. You're gonna have a lot of talent. Do you have the coach to put it together? I think that's another thing. You're also looking at Utah on the flip side. Whether let's say he doesn't go 1, right? Utah, they just traded for Jaren Jackson Jr. Walker Kessler's gonna come back. You have KG, Keontae George. People hate when I say KG. They think I'm talking about Kevin Garnett. You have Keontae George, who had a breakout year last year.
Keyshawn George. Right?
Keyshawn, I'm sorry. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
No, you're cooking.
No, I'm talking about
Jazz.
Keontae with Utah. I was saying Keyshawn for Washington. Yeah. So, damn, they're fucking me up now. Keontae George, Utah, had a breakout year. Utah brings in AJ. Now you're talking about another team that could be a sneaky good team in the West, where we've seen teams, the older teams starting to fizzle out, like the Clippers and the Warriors. Maybe Utah can make that jump like Portland has over the last couple of years, or like how Houston was over the last couple of years, just be really competitive. So you look at that, you look at how confident AJ's been. Spurs-esque is nuts because they don't have a Wemby. You're not going to get that. But can I see maybe a jump, maybe 2 ticks below that where you can make the playoffs or you can be really competitive? Yes, I can, because one, Washington's in the East. There's still a lot of moving parts around. Like I feel like Detroit, New York, Cleveland, if they stay together, Boston, whichever they do, Indiana, if they're healthy. I feel like I'm blanking on somebody. But for the most part, those are the 4 or 5 teams that we are probably going to walk in next year saying they're the best in the East.
I want to be alive for a Washington finals.
Why?
Because how random it would be.
That's a good point. It would be random.
It'd be awesome.
You're
it's
live
like
for Knicks finals right now. That's fucking awesome.
That's fucking insane.
right.
I want you to just entertain this idea for me.
Here we go.
Entertain the idea that Trae Young, Anthony Davis are healthy for the Wizards. AJ DeBanza is a number 1 overall pick. You have another step forward from Alex Sarr, Trae Johnson, Keyshawn George,
So best case
Bilal
scenario for the
Coulibaly,
Wizards.
Bub Carrington as well. Best case scenario, can they be better than the Sixers next season?
And the Sixers
You're telling me
yeah.
in the world where everything's perfect for the Wizards,
I mean,
and I can draw
And
the
this-
paint.
and
the
that
the
would
picture?
Sixers-
assume the Sixers are perfect too.
Well, that's not the
'cause
world.
in this
That's
world,
not
the
what I
Sixers,
have.
anything can happen.
Exactly.
Fair,
In this
fair.
world,
Then yes,
things are going
definitely.
right for the Wizards.
Definitely.
You can project other things,
Yeah.
maybe not
I mean,
going
the
so
Sixers
right for
were,
other teams.
what, 7th seed, right, this past year?
7th.
So it feels like if the Wizards get everyone healthy and what you were mentioning, then yeah, they could be a top 6 seed.
The Hornets.
Depends what happens this season.
What do they do this offseason?
Do they get a center? Do they move off Miles Bridges to go get that? Do they get Giannis? If they get Giannis, absolutely not.
Is there a world where they're better than the Hawks?
What do they do?
I think the Hawks are awesome.
Do they go bring in Jaylen Brown?
I don't know. What the fuck are they going to get?
Are the Hawks the
Three-team
East
favorite.
Clippers?
You're getting Giannis. It would be the 3-team.
In terms of what?
How?
Don't give me some Trey Murphy or something.
When the Clippers went and
sick.
when the Clippers had their run against Golden State, I believe that was 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that 19? One of the 2 years. I'm blanking. But they got the 2 games, but that was a team built on depth.
Oh, you're talking about 2018.
Correct.
2018.
Actually, 2017, 2018 season.
2018. So
it was 2018, that first round series that they had.
Yes.
And it was built on depth. There was a lot of depth. I'm not sure.
2018, 2019, because Shea was on that team as a rookie. Yeah.
Oh, that's Danilo Gallinari.
It's 2018, 2019 season.
It was one of them 2 years, bro. Shit. No,
it is.
No,
Trust
it
me.
isn't.
It is.
It isn't.
You know, I have a phone.
Was the 19 season Paul George's MVP year?
Yes.
So then no.
It wasn't. It was
no,
the year
it was
before.
not. You're right. It was
year.
18.
Yeah, it was 18.
So you're right. It was 18. I think that, and then that was the team that beat the Warriors and was like, yo, what the fuck? That's not supposed to happen. And then the Hawks give the Knicks a good series because they have a really strong supporting cast. They just need that star to elevate them. Are they one of those sleeping giants on an obvious lesser scale?
This would mean that the Knicks are the KD Warriors.
Yes, 2019.
In this scenario.
Correct. Everything on a lesser scale.
Yes.
Take everything on a lesser scale.
I feel as if the Hawks are a CJ McCollum, losing CJ McCollum offseason away from kind of going back to what they kind of were. And CJ McCollum's a free agent. There's going to be a lot of teams like wanting to sign him. I think the most obvious one is in the East, the Detroit Pistons. I think it'd be a great fit for CJ McCollum to go there, especially for their need of shot creation. I think Atlanta's a really good team, but it just depends on Jalen Johnson's development as a half-court player.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing, and I think as long as he is not totally refined in the half-court, they're going to have a limited ceiling. With the Clippers, they got those games off on the Warriors, but what really brought them into being contenders is they traded for Kawhi and Paul George in the same offseason. That is just not something that I envision with Atlanta unless they trade for like Giannis and they make a big splash move. But
they could be better than Atlanta. Going back to
the Wizards, do you think the Wizards can be better than Atlanta?
If they're just getting like the ultimate ceiling play where everything goes right, sure.
What if we just
they're more talented if everything's healthy?
With just one of them are going to be healthy.
I don't know.
What if AD's healthy?
That would matter more than Trey to me.
Okay. They could be better than the Miami Heat.
Sure. Everybody can.
Sure.
Okay. The last team that
They're like the Steelers.
The last team that I'll mention right now, you guys tell me if you think that the last team I'll mention, you guys tell me if you think the Wizards can be better than them, is the team that just made the conference finals, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
If everybody's still there, no.
No, I think their floor is so safe, the Cavs.
Like, you don't think there's no chance that, like, the best hypothetical version of the Wizards.
There's always a chance, but it's a small chance.
That's just active. That means Sar year 3 nuts. Keyshawn year 3 or 4 nuts.
And things
Trey
a lot
Johnson,
would have to go wrong for the Cavs. Multiple injuries.
Bilal Coulibaly.
What is it? Year 5?
Don't piss me off.
No, I'm asking. What year is it?
What year did Amen get drafted?
Wasn't he with Wemby?
Amen, yeah.
So
4?
Year 4.
Well, the Cavaliers were the 4th seed, and the 5th seed was Toronto.
What?
Clock's ticking, buddy. Clock's ticking.
He's a good defensive player.
Clock's ticking, buddy. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's not an offensive player. He never was.
You got one more year. Clock's ticking. You have Trae Young now.
He's talking about Bilal, bro. You're pissing me off.
Just let's get something going.
He's a great defender.
Okay, let's get something going. You can't be a great defender all your whole life.
Why?
Something's got to improve on right?
He can give you
something.
somewhat on offense. He's not a black hole.
We'll see. Clock's ticking. That's all I'm telling you.
His baseline is I'm a great defender.
Is he gonna? All right, extension time is coming up too.
That fair.
Next year.
They're gonna get him on a good deal.
Me?
Yeah.
As of today?
Well, how much are you paying him?
Bring him to the Lakers.
$8 million a year.
Well, it just depends on how much you're willing to pay Bilal.
I mean,
that's what it depends on.
Well, how much do you pay all defense, no offense?
You're being rude. You stop pretending like he's a 0 on offense.
What is he, like a 20?
Out of 100?
He's like a 20.
I'll give him at worst 50.
I mean, the cat.
Oh my God.
You said 20.
Fairs, 30.
You feel like the Wizards can be better than the Raptors? They were just a fifth
that
seed.
is the one where I'm just like,
The Raptors is interesting.
That one's intriguing.
I'm gonna say no.
Because what are they gonna move BI and Yakp?
I think the Raptors can really get like they can be the team that really takes a leap next year.
I don't think so.
Elite.
Not with this
It
roster.
depends what if
Because
Scotty
they
takes
have
another
moves
leap.
to make.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
They have
I'm
moves
saying
to
like if they
make.
make moves, not with this roster.
No, of course, but that's why I think the Raptors
But
realize.
who wants BI right now?
Who wants a lot of them dudes?
Yeah, they have a lot of guys nobody wants.
I can disagree with you.
Like who? Like outside of you're not gonna move Scotty.
No.
So who do they have that can move?
IQ?
32? Who wants him? 32, 6'3".
Any
guards.
player between Yaka, BI, and Quickly, they have to attach picks to
Damn.
get off their contract.
RJ, can you
I
move him?
believe.
You can move
I'm
RJ.
trying to keep RJ. He's
Yeah, I
really
feel
good for
like-
them.
yeah.
I
Actually.
agree with you, but
He's on
He's
expiring
got
now.
value at least, but
Yeah.
I would want to keep him.
27 mil expiring.
are you
It's
going
a
to
good
extend
price
him?
for him.
You're
How
trying
much
to.
he wants.
Yeah,
I pay him that
that's
fucking
really.
The
27
thing is,
again.
Toronto's
I pay him
weird.
20, 480.
Or
Did
is
you
he
say yes?
taking less than what he made before?
The market now. Where is he getting 27 again?
I don't know, the Raptors. That
Yeah.
was only
Teams
option.
are going to be giving out money now.
They would
I
have
don't
to have
remember
it.
that.
They have to have
That's
the
what I'm
space.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rebuilding teams are going to be giving
True.
out contracts.
Well, Washington doesn't have any money.
I think their money's all tied up now in AD
Yeah.
and Trey.
Maybe they have more. Who knows?
That is some decision.
Toronto's in a weird position.
Utah's
because
also kind of broke.
they're in between two timelines.
That makes no sense.
Jaren,
But that's it.
Laurie.
Good point.
They're gonna have to pay
Good
Keontae.
point.
Got to pay Walker this summer.
Walker, I need him
Yeah,
bad. I need him bad. Like Walker's number one on my big board.
Is he restricted?
I don't know. I'm
He
just
is
saying I
restricted.
need him on a
Okay.
Lakers
I
soon.
don't think you're getting it, bro.
Go ahead,
know.
bro.
Yeah, he's not. Toronto's in a weird spot because their young players I'm bought in on. I'm bought in on Scotty, CMB, Jamal Shed, Jacoby Walter. I think all of them are fantastic. I think Jacoby Walter is a real sleeper to be
Baylor.
a breakout candidate in his role next year. Similar to like Julian Champagny with the Spurs, where he broke out in his role and now he's one of the most valuable 3-and-D
for sure.
wings in the league. I think Walter fits that mold. So I am bought in on Toronto's young players, but then you get into the odd fits. You get into Quickly in his contract, BI in his contract, Jakob Poeltl in his contract, and RJ Barrett to a lesser degree, because I think RJ Barrett actually complements Scotty well and he played well in the postseason. But then again, he's not the most complimentary player like in a vacuum. So I am bought in on Toronto's young pieces, but it's really about, can they move off of those bad contracts and correctly build this roster around Scotty?
Mhm.
I think that's the only thing holding them back, because I think that they have a lot of versatile defenders and players that buy into the roles. Like, they're very tough to play against.
Mhm.
So I like Toronto, but that's just the only thing that long term is giving me pause about buying into them. It's just the combination of all of the bad contracts that they have.
Yeah, they assort all this talent, and we talked about it when it was happening. We're like, you're putting a like team together for sure. You're acquiring a lot of talent, but long term, it always felt weird. I just think you have to feel so happy with the way Scotty played in the playoffs, where obviously you're still high on Scotty before that moment, but that first round against Cleveland was a bit of a coming out party for him, where like you really see this path now where this guy could be a potential top 10 guy, someone you clearly have direction going forward with. Now it's just about putting the pieces around him.
So you think Wizards ceiling, they cap out like at it as a
5,
6 seed, 5th seed ish?
yeah.
6 seed.
If you think, yeah. Okay, so him saying the 1 seed was was nuts.
Of course it was. It was always nuts, but you're making it seem like
Who said 1 seed?
all, here's the
This
equivalent.
is the same Sam
Here's the
Presti
equivalent.
saying
Jazz
Shed
Chisholm
is
saying,
nice.
I'm going for 50-50 this year. Right? Jazz Chisholm saying, I'm going to hit 50 homers and I'm going to hit
He's
I'm gonna have
put- he's
50
put-
stolen
Can you
bases.
tell me the quote again?
He's putting an unrealistic goal to fight for it.
What he said was, when we're the 1 seed, what are they going to say then? That's all he said.
Yes, he said, this is the most slept on I've been in my whole life. Imagine the Wizards as the number 1 team in the East next year. What people going to be saying? Question mark.
Exactly. Why? What's
No, we know
arrogant
what
about
he's saying.
that?
We know what he's saying, though. He said
It's
we're going to be
just
the 1
funny.
seed.
Of course it is, because they're Wizards. That's
Yeah.
why it's funny. It's not about him.
Have they
it's
ever
about
been the 1
Wizards.
seed in NBA history?
The Wizards?
Mhm.
Probably when they were the Bullets.
Damn. Look that up, man.
I'm sure it's happened before.
Has to, right? You would think so, right?
Didn't they win titles?
No.
Wes Unseld never won a title?
I don't think so.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
The Bullets were used to be nice.
But I don't.
I think Wes Unseld won MVP his rookie year.
Yeah, but I don't. Because the Bullets, didn't they also play in Sacramento?
I'm going to.
In 74-75, they won 60 games as the Bullets.
Did they win the title that year? You know, it says on the side.
No.
They didn't have a
They
championship?
lost it.
Yes, the franchise won an NBA championship in 78 when they. Yes, they beat the Sonics.
Okay. Fire. I didn't know Washington. Wait, is that a Larry? Okay.
Good.
Because Brooklyn has a championship.
No, but that's ABA back in the day.
There we go.
This is
There we go.
close.
There we go. We're locked in.
They
This
were
is NBA for sure.
This is first in the Central Division.
So they haven't won the first seed in 50 years, 60 years, 7 years, 8 years.
This is just 70. I'm just looking at the most wins they've had. In
No,
the
yeah,
season.
you're definitely right. It's been a very long time.
Golly.
Which, I mean, that's why, listen, I admire the Wizards' new GM for taking these swings because he's clearly not just going down the pathway of let me just start 19-year-olds and hopefully everything works out. He brought in some real veteran juice. Even if I'm not the biggest fan of Trae Young or Anthony Davis's health, the Wizards gave up nothing to trade for these players. You gave up an expiring deal in CJ McCollum and Luke Kennard, I believe, to go get Trae Young. For Anthony Davis, you gave up an aging Chris Middleton. And
you really gave up nothing.
Yeah, you didn't give up anything of value to get 2 All-Stars.
Potential flexibility.
Exactly.
Just with the contracts.
Like
That's all you're giving up.
You gave up that flexibility when nobody on the free agent market was going to be probably as good as Trae Young or Anthony Davis.
You're right.
And you didn't give up any of your valuable picks, and you're not going to have to pay players an exorbitant amount because they're all on rookie deals.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like this was the time to take that type of swing. So we'll see if it works out for them. I mean, best case scenario, you are looking at 2 All-Stars with a supporting cast in Trey Johnson, who's a great shooter, going into his second year. Alex Sarr, who's a defender, can space the floor going into his third season. Bub Carrington, who had a good year in his second year, going into his third year. And AJ DeBanson, the first overall pick. Keyshawn George had a really good year as well. So, I mean, there is potential there. It's just about how this team meshes together. And if Anthony Davis and Trae Young not only could be the players on the court to produce for them, but also be the leaders for this young team.
Can this not be one of the best pick and roll threats in the league?
On paper, it should be.
That's not what I asked you.
Oh, what was your question? Will it be?
Yeah, I'm not saying can this not. Stop with the on paper shit. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, we're talking about Trae Young and AD. I feel like on paper is very reasonable for me to respond with.
So this episode, we're going to get into an NFL quarterback draft, which we were going to do last
I'm
episode.
excited about that.
But before we get into that,
explain the rules.
I'm not going to explain the rules just yet because we're going to talk about some World Cup stuff.
Make sure you can join this because I feel like you'll struggle when the time comes.
Yes, figure that out. So with the World Cup is coming this week. The first game is this week when in regards to the World Cup. And on Polymarket, if you want to make your predictions on the World Cup, you can. And this is just a fun little game we'll play right now. Can you guys guess the top 10 teams that have the best percentage chance to win the World
Do you
Cup?
guys want to get in the backpack?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I would know a handful.
Actually, I have it.
Okay.
All of them?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay,
I
go
didn't know
ahead.
you were well versed.
Let's do it. What's the question again?
You could read.
So coming from what are
You're an idiot.
the top 10 teams on Polymarket with the best percentage to win the World Cup?
World Cup is countries, just to make sure.
Bro.
Yes.
All right.
It's the world.
Why did you say you got us if you're gonna...
Here we go. I just want to make sure the rules are perfect.
Predicting the top 10 teams from
First
casuals.
team up. Brazil.
Okay, Brazil is not number 1,
Okay, that's fine.
but they are number
That's
6.
all we said was top 10. Keep going.
They have an 8% chance, and right now there is $31 million placed on
Okay.
them.
So boom. Next team, obvious. England.
Okay.
England is number 3 at 11%
Come on.
chance.
Come on.
Now, Riv, can you name a player on England or no?
Fuck no.
Okay.
No.
Harry
Can you tell me a player on England?
Harry Kane,
yes.
Jed Bellingham, and Cole Bishop. I
Cole
believe.
Bishop sounds dope.
Or is it Cole Bishop or is it Cole something else?
I thought it was Jude Bellingham.
Oh, it's Jude
I
Bellingham? My
believe
bad,
so.
yeah. I get the first names mixed up.
Jude
But yes.
sounds fire. He sounds like a warrior type of guy.
From the stuff I've been watching, the videos, it seems like England has a complete team, but people are worried about them choking because they always end up choking.
They do choke.
So
badly.
that's like their knock right now. That's the asterisk. It's like, okay, yeah, they're really talented, but I mean, they always do this. They always get their hopes up and they choke. But Harry Kane is he has an argument for being one of the best players in soccer right now.
That's fire.
Yes.
Do you know like the names that's up there for top best players? Like, is Messi still up there?
Messi has dropped off because he plays in the MLS, and the MLS is the United States Soccer League, and it's viewed as a joke. So
It's the G League?
It's essentially it's honestly like the league that everybody goes to just like pad their stats. It's not the best leagues in soccer is the Premier League, La Liga, which is really between like two teams, which is like Madrid and Barcelona always like are seemingly
That's
on
my
top.
next guess,
So
by
I'd
the way.
like to go in there too, basically.
Okay.
Yes, but to your question, Messi, he's still viewed as an elite player. He still is. But the MLS bias has dropped him off the top list because he plays in a watered down league.
Okay. Next guess, Spain.
Spain is number 1.
All right.
And before you go on, they have arguably the best player in the world in Lamine Yamal.
You know how old he is? Take a guess.
21.
Younger.
19.
Younger.
17.
He's 18 years old.
My favorite player.
He's 18. He's been playing.
Best player.
He's been
He's
been professional
cool.
since he's been 15. He made his
so crazy.
Barcelona debut at 16.
Is
shit.
okay. He better than Mbappe?
There's a conversation about it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, Lamine Yamal has a really rare combination of speed.
He looks like
and just
Neymar.
dribbling
Have you ever watched
ability.
Neymar play?
I have actually.
He looks like Neymar.
Is he the next Messi? Like best.
That's
in
what
the
they're
world?
trying to say.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, but he is Spain's best player. Spain is also really talented. Like
Figured.
they're really stacked.
Okay. So I got 4. This may be a wild card, but I feel like I can take that gamble now. I've kind of cooked already. You know what I'm saying? Switzerland.
That is a fucking gamble.
Switzerland is not here.
You hit C.
All right, get an easy one. France.
France is number 2. They're tied with Spain at a 16% chance, both of them, to win the World
You
Cup.
talked about Messi. You didn't say Argentina.
I was gonna say, but I figured Messi left, so
No, Argentina.
I didn't think he was gonna play anymore.
Argentina is number 5 at a 9% chance, and with France, they are a team that they have like 3 of the top 5 players in the world, arguably. Mbappe plays for them. Dembele plays for them, who just won a Ballon d'Or, which is the MVP in soccer. And who's the other guy that plays for them? He's like the 3rd best player on it. I forgot his name.
I'm not.
On
Gonna,
France.
I'm blanking now too.
Okay, yeah. I think it's something like with like Messi or something. I'm not well too versed in soccer, obviously. But yes, France and Spain are seemingly like the 2 teams that are viewed as the most stacked. That is how like
Sounds
they're
like I should
viewed.
get a FIFA game.
All right, you mentioned Messi. Automatically should spark your mind. Ronaldo, automatically spark your mind. Portugal.
Portugal is number 4.
Is Ronaldo still playing?
He
Yes.
is, but
He's washed.
he's washed.
He's
Yeah.
not the same player. This is his last chance to win a World Cup. He's never won it in his career.
This Portugal team is OD.
Didn't
though.
Messi? He just won his first
He did.
Yes.
4 years
He
ago.
needs this.
Legend.
And that's
That's
what put
crazy.
Messi over like Ronaldo in the GOAT
So now
talks.
Ronaldo, but he's
Yes.
washed, so it don't even matter, right?
Exactly.
Damn.
Yeah,
you hate
so
to see it.
you got the top 6. You got Spain, France, England, Portugal, Argentina, and Brazil.
it's one of these guesses an African team.
Germany.
Yes. Good job, bud.
Germany
You
is
would
number
pick
7.
Germany.
Yeah, Germany. Well,
They're
Germany's a
always a
dog.
good soccer team.
They are. They won a World Cup in our lifetime.
Bundesliga. It's a German league.
Okay.
Competitive.
Germany
league.
has a 5% chance on
Like, you know
Polymarket.
that.
I used to play FIFA a lot.
Oh, respect.
FIFA. Good. Well done. Well done.
Is there an African team up here?
There is not.
Belgium.
Belgium
not.
would be the next team I would throw out there, but I wasn't sure if they're still good or not.
Belgium is number 10 at a
Nice.
2% chance.
go.
And there's 2 other teams that have a 2% chance. So it's like tied 10th. It's Colombia,
Okay.
and then it's Japan.
Oh, I want to guess Japan.
How's it Japan?
So what's the top 10?
So right now, so far, you have 1 Spain, 2 France, 3 England, 4 Portugal, 5 Argentina, 6 Brazil, 7 Germany, and then you have tied 10th Belgium, Colombia, Japan, like all grouped
So we
in.
need 8 and 9.
Yes.
I don't even fucking know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't know either. But
Both start with the letter N.
No, Norway.
Norway is number 9.
Nicaragua.
They are not here.
New.
Netherlands? Did we say Netherlands already?
Netherlands. Yeah, no, Netherlands.
Netherlands is 8.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's the top 10. So we obviously are not well versed in soccer at all. Drew has the most soccer knowledge here.
And that is it's baseline.
Yeah, he knows the most soccer here. But over the next month, we will be dabbling into the World Cup stuff, and we'll be keeping track of it and trying to talk about it as best as we can. So anything that you guys have in terms of advice, tips for us to help this process become easier, we'd highly appreciate it. Even if it's in the form of short form content. I know on Patreon, we got a comment recommending us to maybe do some short form content around the World Cup. So if you guys have any idea for us to dabble into that, we'd appreciate it. Maybe one thing we got to do is just maybe put on some Lamine Yamal highlights and just react to it.
Let's just pick a team and
That's a
ride with
great
it.
idea. I'm not gonna lie. Well, here's me personally. I always come World Cup time. I root for USA, and then I root for Argentina, out of respect for my guy.
Okay.
That being said, I'm excited for this one.
I'm with Mbappe.
Okay, respect that. I respect that a lot.
Or my,
I'm gonna say this.
Or my youngin.
Who's your youngin? Oh, Lamine Yamal?
Lamine Yamal. Yeah. For my Arsenal guys, if I didn't mention Declan Rice for England, I'd be upset at myself. Declan Rice, low-key, one of the best players in the world as well.
Fire.
Like the best player on Arsenal, one could argue. People would say Saka is the best, but Declan Rice, he might be the best player on the team.
The cool thing about the World Cup is that, like, if you compare it to, like, basketball, you know that USA has, like, 99.9% of the best players in the world.
Yep.
And then, like, every other country, maybe they have, like, one real star. When it comes to the World Cup, you have a good amount of teams that have an absurd amount of talent, with obviously some being extremely stacked. But for the most part, like, every country has about, a handful of players that are some of the best players in the world.
It felt like back in the day, Brazil was just throwing out an all-star squad every single year.
Yeah.
It felt like Germany for that 2014 World Cup, they were throwing out the all-stars. That squad was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
The France team last World Cup was also nuts. The team that France won the World Cup with was insane as well.
So, question: how do you make the World Cup team? Like, do they pick you?
There's qualifiers. There's qualifiers.
Okay.
In order to enter the tournament, there are qualifiers.
No, I mean, in order to build the roster, because the selection process.
There's tryouts, of course, but some people don't need to.
Of course, Messi doesn't obviously need to. Ronaldo,
but yeah, they have tryouts.
Okay, so more for like the back end of the roster.
Essentially.
Damn, because USA they still have.
I don't know.
You get like paid for it.
But there's definitely leave for international play.
Because USA they still have like tryouts, but it's like we know like the first
it's
8
pretty
is like
tough that like in the middle of the season they'd be like, "Yo, I'm going on international."
Yeah.
So the cool thing about soccer is that the Premier League, like, think of it as the equivalent of like the NBA. It's like the best soccer league. It has like the most teams, but they also have something called the Champions League. And the Champions League is like the best teams from all leagues like coming together and facing each other. So it's like it's the best teams across multiple leagues coming together to face each other to see who the real best team is.
So let me ask you two questions.
Cook. That shit is lit.
2 questions. So let's say my country is Madagascar, right?
Okay.
Can I play in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Like, can we still like join it if
As
we
a
want?
country? No, countries.
Or like say if like my team is just not
You
in.
can
All
play.
right, I'm going to explain it to you this way.
Mhm.
The Premier League
Uh-huh.
is strictly teams in England.
Okay, so
They are
it
clubs
only England
in cities in England, and they play against one another. That's England.
And they also
Premier
have
League.
relegation. So like if you're the worst
Correct.
team,
You go to.
you get booted out the league. Yeah.
It's pretty lit.
So the best players they go play for the England teams.
Not
A lot of them.
Not
Not all of them.
necessarily.
Mhm.
The Premier League is the most competitive by far of all the leagues, but not necessarily do they just all go to the Premier League because
Messi and Ronaldo played in La Liga for
correct
basically
their whole
careers.
career.
Is La Liga still good though?
It
La
is,
Liga is
yeah, but not as
one
good
of
as
the better
Premier
one, but the
League.
Premier League is the S tier of
La
clubs.
Liga is Europe, no?
La Liga is Spain.
Yeah, Spain.
Damn.
Yeah, because you have Real Madrid, Barcelona.
Wow.
So yeah, no, that's how
Atletico
soccer
Madrid's
works.
another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like imagine if in basketball, instead of the NBA being the only top league, like you had maybe like the Denver Nuggets played in the Euro League and they
Right.
fucking dominated. And then they built a Champions League, an entire bracket, and then you finally got to see the Denver Nuggets play with all the other best teams that are in the NBA.
Like Wemby's France team, what is it, Metro 92, whatever the like if they just happen to be like, yeah, we're gonna play in a tournament against the Lakers now. Like that's essentially Champions League.
Okay.
So PSG's in Ligue 1 in France. They're the best team in Ligue 1 every single year. It's usually never close. They win it every year. But PSG was chasing Champions League title for years.
And Champions League is when they all come together.
Correct. And why that's a big deal is because Mbappe was on PSG with Neymar, with Messi.
Oh, so they had the bomb squad.
And they did not win Champions League.
Mbappe is kind of viewed as a team cancer. Right?
All three left. They just went back to back.
So this is what happened. Real Madrid, they had Mbappe. And no, he's on Real Madrid now, no?
Correct.
Okay, before he was on PSG. So the year before Mbappe got to Real Madrid, they won a title. When he was on PSG, Mbappe, they didn't win. And then Mbappe left PSG, and they have won back-to-back.
You hate to see it.
And a lot of people blame him.
Mbappe is like...
Because he's selfish.
I mean, you have probably seen him on the cover of FIFA and stuff.
Yes.
He was like heralded as like the next big thing. He hasn't lived up to that hype.
Okay, I'm going to say this. It's tough to say that.
He's never won an MVP either. The
Ballon
d'Or, he's never won it.
Yeah, I call that shit balloon today. That
He's
shit
young
killed me.
still, though, no?
Yes.
He's
Like
25,
23?
26.
Oh, dude.
Dude, in the World Cup final,
Uh-huh.
the World Cup final,
Yes.
3 goals.
His team is
Did it
France.
always
France.
Yeah, they say Club Mbappe and World Cup International Mbappe are two different guys. Like Mbappe is definitely a demon in the World Cup.
International is just. Do they do anything outside the World Cup?
No.
Yes.
They have La Copa de America, no?
So Copa America,
Okay.
but that's strictly South American teams.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then you have the Euros, which you can guess,
The all
European
European
teams. So that's every 2 years.
And that's just where European teams can play it doesn't matter.
All European teams
Okay.
play against
It's like a
one
big
another.
tournament.
It's huge.
Cool.
Euros is very important.
Okay. I gotta get mad at it. This shit kind of moving me. I gotta get
FIFA,
mad.
you mean? FIFA
Shit.
definitely.
I gotta get FIFA.
FIFA taught me like 90% of the ball.
I'm gonna pick
a
a team after.
Any ball knowledge of soccer comes from like 2014 FIFA. Other than that, I don't
This
got much.
motherfucker's spitting.
Nah, yeah, bro. There's a lot of different like aspects of soccer that's really interesting.
I know my team
Like
already.
with the different leagues, the Champions League,
Whatever team
all
is in
that stuff.
Africa.
Oh,
The good
okay.
jerseys.
Morocco.
I don't know if
Good
there's
luck,
any
bro.
good
Morocco-
African
right
teams.
now,
I'm
Morocco-
gonna this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make 5 players.
Okay. Us in this room?
I could do that. Put
Well,
us on the African team.
South African.
I can't make you.
South African.
You have nothing.
South African. I can be the goalkeeper.
All right, you're 6'6".
Tall, lengthy.
Honestly, yeah, put your big, lazy, unathletic ass over there. Just stand there.
Right now, the best country in Morocco and in Africa is Morocco.
Okay.
Morocco, last World Cup they had this like a Cinderella run.
Because I feel like if I just pick a USA team, it's kind of boring. You said MLS is garbage.
Yeah, but the African leagues aren't that good either.
True, but it's for my people.
I respect that.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'll be honest, bro. Like if you want to watch soccer and stuff, they say the best like place to pick a team is like Premier League.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that shit.
Yeah. It comes out in different time zones as us.
Yeah, because when does it even? I know because when I used to bet, you got to catch that shit early in the morning, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
But
or
there's
it's
no
over.
shame
Yeah.
in no shame in having an MLS team though. There's really not.
Whatever team. What's his name?
Messi.
Nah,
International Miami.
no, Young. What team he on?
Lamine Yamal is on Barcelona.
Yes, he is Barcelona.
I'm a Barcelona fan.
Okay, I respect that.
That's nice.
You gonna follow him for the rest of his career?
Barcelona is tough.
They say that you're allowed to have a favorite team in each league.
That makes sense because they're different.
It does, but
in the Champions League that's kind of where it kind of conflicts. No,
exactly, which is why I'm just like, I can't do that. Like I am an Arsenal fan who definitely likes Messi. I like Messi a lot. So like if Barcelona wins, I was relatively happy. But I really care about Messi when it comes to international. But end of the day, all I care about is Arsenal being good. So that's why I have the trouble with, like, if Arsenal and Barcelona ever met up, it's not even a comp. Like, I'm not even thinking twice about it.
Is FIFA still called FIFA?
Yeah, it's FC.
FC.
Yeah.
Why'd they
oh
change?
yeah, you're right. It is.
That's a
FC.
good
I
question,
don't know,
bro.
it might be some
FC.
licensing
It
thing.
must be.
Yeah.
It definitely
FC.
is.
Football club. I'm assuming that's
Yep.
why.
Yeah,
You know what's crazy? All of the new trailers have been coming out for college
Games have
football. and
looked
Madden,
amazing.
and it's insane that EA's had like a 180 where everyone's looking at EA like, "Yo, why isn't 2K do this shit?" I'm like, "What the fuck?"
You saw Madden too, right? The new
It
stuff.
looks good,
Bro, the games that they've dropped trailers for over the past like 3 weeks have been nuts.
They look really good.
I mean, every gaming studio has to step up because GTA 6 coming out.
Yeah,
And
they feel it.
yes,
Like it feels it.
If you don't give your core audiences a reason to play your game this year, they will migrate
2K.
to GTA 6.
2K is just gonna be like, bro, we know you're gonna buy this shit.
Like, bro, the college football stuff where you could be on campus, I don't know if it's AI or if it's real.
That
but,
shit was AI.
Oh, there was AI. But like just the idea of that
We need to
is
add
pretty
AI
cool.
to the game. Fuck, at this point, like,
Yeah, bro.
add it.
Nintend's coming out with like Wii Sports 2 essentially. It's a Wii like sports resorts. And then you have Kingdom Hearts, a new game coming out for Kingdom Hearts. You have a new Toy Story game coming out, which is like a remastered version of like a lot of the old Toy Stories, and a lot of people are excited about that. There's a lot of
I heard
cool games coming out.
007's really good too.
Did you guys see the new Xbox that's releasing?
Yes,
The
it looks
translucent
fucking
one?
fire.
You
Yeah,
getting
it
that
does.
Wolverine game?
Did they are
That
are
looks
they
cool
making new
too.
Xbox?
It's
Yeah.
just the 25th edition, so it's a Series X, but it's just like
It looks cool as
translucent.
hell.
It's like an old vibe.
Nobody should buy it.
It's pretty fucking
Nobody
tough.
should buy it.
Bro,
I'm
so-
not gonna buy it, but
Have you seen the original Xbox, the translucent green?
Of course.
They essentially made an Xbox Series X translucent green.
yeah,
That's
it's pretty
what they
cool.
made.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That shit's probably.
With
Did
the
they do a
remote.
price? I haven't seen a price. But it's probably like a rack, I would imagine. It's gotta be
Probably.
expensive.
I think it's
Yeah.
no, it's probably a regular console price,
Just
but
limited?
the resale will definitely
Yeah.
be a rack.
But all prices, gaming systems have been going up. PlayStation's been going up. Xbox been going up.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is gonna happen. I'm not gonna feel good with myself when it does happen, but I will definitely get the translucent Xbox at some point, and I will definitely get the PlayStation, the anniversary PS5 edition.
That's tough.
yes,
yeah,
the one
yeah.
that has like the PS1 colorway
Logo,
on
yeah.
it.
Oh, that sounds
Yes.
fire.
But right now, bro, resale value for that is like $800. So I haven't found a moment to justify like just dropping it, especially when it's the same console. You're just paying for the look of it. Nothing is different. It's just the look of it and the remote. But like just having
I kind of
the PlayStation 1 PS5 anniversary edition and then the translucent green Xbox on my TV console, bro.
She's gonna look fire.
Yeah, I just, that honestly keeps me up at night. I just imagine that and I say, fuck it. I have to.
I gotta drop $1,500 on consoles I already have.
Yeah,
Bro, he's
fuck
probably
it,
dropped
man.
that times 10 on 2K builds.
That's true. If you just didn't make a single 2K build, you'd be able to buy it and be even.
You could buy a house.
Deadass. Nah, bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. When I was younger, I used to cycle through just selling my consoles and rebuying them.
Really?
Like, yeah,
Why?
I would, because sometimes I just need the bread. And I was just like, I'll sell them shit, and then when I'm up again, I'll just buy it
Oh,
again.
you're funny for that.
I would
That's
just-
mad real.
Yeah, I would just buy the console again. So like sometimes it hurt. I'm like, fuck, bro. I was really enjoying playing games.
Mhm.
Sometimes it wasn't even because I needed money. Sometimes it was just like, bro, I'm playing video games way too much and I need a break. Let me sell this shit.
Who would you sell it to?
Just sometimes they just be online to people, and then sometimes it'd be to friends, and sometimes it would just like if I really got desperate, like the times I needed bread, it would be straight to GameStop. Like
Oof.
I need to sell this shit right now.
Yeah, I hate to see
But
that.
the other times where like I could wait on it a little bit, I definitely get a better deal for my money. But then after like 6 months to a year, I just end up rebuying it. And I'm just like, yeah, I kind of want to really play a game.
I wish I kept all my consoles. Like I had a PS2, PS3, 360.
The only one I
All
miss
gone.
is my Halo 3 Xbox 360.
My dad has an Atari.
That's lit.
Yeah, he has an Atari in his
Your,
crib.
your dad's old, man.
Dude, it's
Atari's nuts.
yeah.
Bro, have you seen? There's this guy on YouTube. I don't know his
Played that
name,
shit, hate it.
but I seen him.
Ass.
I seen him not too long ago. I actually saw him this morning. He made a video because I was at Speedy's barbershop and he showed me this dude. It's this dude that he buys storage units and then he just goes through it. And he had a generational storage unit that he bought because when you buy a storage unit, they just open it up and all you see is the front.
Have you ever watched Storage Wars?
No, I haven't.
An elite show, man.
Bruh, this dude bought a storage unit for $5,000. And the reason why is because at the bottom right, he saw like a Supreme sticker.
Okay.
And he was like, okay, maybe this might be cool. Bro, it was a multi-millionaire storage unit. This motherfucker found like Lamborghini shit. He found like, the big bears like from Cars and stuff. He found that, but like in different limited edition stuff. Ultimately, everything in the storage unit ended up being worth $100,000+.
God damn.
And he bought it for $5,000. Bruh,
Lick.
it's insane. But that's also like a risky game though.
Yeah, because you don't know. You could get some fucking fake Supreme
Yeah.
or you could be all bullshit.
You could get some bullshit as hell, bro. Like he opened up the storage unit and it was like a ton of Hot Wheels. And But each
It's a
Hot Wheel,
collectible.
each Hot Wheel was worth like $8, and there was like hundreds of Hot Wheels.
Mhm.
So that's definitely like a good flip and stuff. But yeah, people be selling their storage units sometimes. They just kind of sell it. You know, things happen. And
I think it's
they just sell it.
I think it's if they like don't pay their storage unit. Like I don't know if it's versus them saying like I don't want the shit.
I heard there's a website that you can bid on buying storage units. Like there's a website you could bid on it, and then you could buy it and stuff. But yeah, people making a living off that. It's pretty impressive to do. We're gonna move on to the next part of our show, and before we go, just know if you want to make your predictions on the World Cup, you can pay S26 on Polymarket. Deposit $20 and get $50. Shout out to Polymarket for being a sponsor on this show. Make sure you guys use it to help us. Make sure you make your predictions responsibly. I've been very irresponsible with my predictions.
You've been very responsible.
Yes. I haven't been being patient with it. Usually you have to just play with the units you have. There's like a limit. With me, I kind of get too caught up in the moment. I'm saying I'm dropping all 100 on this, man. Like if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I haven't been strategic and smart about it. But the game 4 will be different, hopefully. I won't put everything on the Knicks winning game 4. But the Karl-Anthony Towns Finals MVP has me a little bit shaky right now, just because we're not using him enough. But after the first 2 games, it felt like it was trending that way. Yes, it did. He was second in odds to win.
He was kind of poopy last night.
We don't give him the ball, bro.
You took what, 4 shots, 5 shots?
That's nuts.
I think 10, bro.
Yeah,
10.
fourth quarter though.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing. I understand the notion of we didn't give him the ball. He also can say, "Ball,
Give me the rock."
please."
Yeah, please, man, just shoot that shit.
I love watch Cat play these playoffs. Just the emotion he's playing with, the screaming in the face.
He's awesome.
He's been fucking awesome to watch.
We're going to do our quarterback draft. So it's 32 picks at quarterback. We're going to each go in order. No snake. It's just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 regular order.
Whoa.
Do you want to do snake?
Dude, so it's snake as fuck.
You want to do snake?
Yeah.
Has to be snake. What the fuck do you mean no snake? Bro,
Do you want me to screen record this?
of course.
Yes, screen record it. It probably won't be what we use, but for reference for whoever's editing, that would definitely be helpful, which is John. So shout out to John.
Hello,
Thanks,
John.
For editing this. So did you send me the link already?
It's
you
in the
resend
chat.
it?
So how are we doing picks?
Well, I get the number 1 pick
Why?
because I want to take Mahomes.
Okay. Joel gets the first pick.
Fine with that.
Ray, what do you want?
I'm gonna take Josh next. So
Do you want the second pick?
sure.
You want 3 or 4?
I'll give you third, bro.
Okay. I'll take 4. Know who I'm taking.
I said
It's
I'll
so
give you
easy.
third.
I know, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's so this first 3 is so easy.
Yeah.
We know he's gonna take 4.
Bo?
Yeah, or Herbert.
All right, you guys got to join up.
Yeah, this
Actually-
ranking has to start off right.
Does it have to?
Oh, you gotta
Yes.
click
It's a
claim.
draft.
On the second pick? Click.
It has
I'm
to start
crying.
off right, but it is a ranking. It's a draft, but a ranking.
It's a draft. I could draft.
Yeah, but it'll be made into a graphic later on,
I'm
and
gonna take Bo next.
and
I know
can't
you are.
risk Mahomes not falling far. Honestly, can't risk it.
Well, he's not the best quarterback in the league.
Who?
Mahomes.
No, it's Josh.
Can I make just every pick has to be a quarterback? I
Yes.
can.
Remove every position except QB.
Good job, Dels. Getting smarter and smarter.
So what do we? We're 4, so we each have what, 8 quarterbacks?
Good job, bro. You're locked
Yeah,
in
did you
now.
guys think we'd get a first round pick for AJ, bro?
Yes.
I did.
That was a
Dude,
given.
can you
honestly,
claim
yes.
the 4th pick?
Did
You know
send
what
it?
they said?
it's in
What was
chat.
holding up the deal is New England wouldn't give up a first.
I understand that,
Yeah. Thank God.
but they were gonna do it regardless. Like
They had
the
to.
worst kept secret in the NFL was that June 1st he was gonna get traded.
What do you got? Traded June 2nd?
I think it was June 1st.
No, it
Was
was
it-
June
was
1st.
late?
Yeah.
It was
was
like
dead
4
June
p.m. or
1st.
something.
Oh,
Here we
shit.
go. All right. We're starting the mock draft.
Thank God. Get that nigga off my team. Hey, cancers.
My God.
Bro, did you see what he's been saying? Bro said I leaked information to fucking put a battery in the team's back.
He's cooking.
That's the worst comment you could ever
That's
say.
mad toxic.
So he
Yeah.
said it like he for real said
Yes,
it.
yeah. He said, bro, I did that to put motivation in the team. Like, who does that?
Insane.
Yeah.
Are you happy that AJ Brown is gone?
I'm happy the dark cloud is gone.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, I'm all for Smitty. You guys know how much I love Smitty. I'm more worried about the guy saying hike. That's what I'm more worried about.
Yo, bro, you only have a minute and 20 seconds pick.
Okay.
Should I?
So-
Should I
no,
up
it's
this?
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yes, turn time off, bro.
All right, I'll just do
Yeah.
30 seconds.
That's kind of a
Huh?
dickhead
What?
move. Having time here.
Nah, my bad. No
Okay.
limit.
But I mean, this could make the draft go faster. So this is actually pretty helpful. We're starting our NFL quarterback draft, and we'll be drafting the best 32 quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Maybe you guys think a backup is better than a starter, and you might take a backup within the top 32. We'll see. But I have the first overall pick, and the first overall pick is going to be none other than Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback in the league still, who has been carrying middling rosters, who's already won 3 Super Bowls, is a multiple-time MVP, and has never been mathematically eliminated from the postseason. Carrying a pretty trash team last year on his back, still almost making the playoffs. Mahomes is the number 1 overall pick for me. There's no other quarterback I'd rather have, all things equal, going into next season than Patrick Mahomes.
Fire. Awesome. Yeah, who cares?
So fucking sick of it.
Gonna take Josh Allen, number 2.
Good pick, bro.
Yeah, just quickly.
Steal the draft, honestly.
Yeah, just quickly. This is a walking top 5 offense in football. DJ Moore, we're back.
Okay.
We're back.
We're so back.
1,200 yards.
You know I'm a DJ Moore fan.
Yeah. Kincaid, if he's healthy, got something.
I'm a DJ Moore fan.
This year? Is he on your fantasy?
Bro, he dapped me. That's my pro.
Facts, you did say that. I remember that. So I got Josh, man. This is the best quarterback in the league.
Ended the beef with Chicago because he dabbed me.
I'm really mad he dabbed you and I didn't see him.
And actually, Rome.
It broke my heart.
Rome was so real. He actually stopped walking, turned around, and dabbed both of them.
Yeah, I think, why him?
I don't know.
He's
especially
disrespecting
after all the stuff he said.
Why him?
Never ever disrespect DJ Moore.
And then when he saw him, he didn't stand on business. It's actually insane.
I was not going to stand on business with 2 gentlemen I respect immensely.
I'm taking the best quarterback in the world at 3.
The one that didn't make the playoffs?
He's never been eliminated either. He's never taken an offensive snap while being eliminated.
Yo, bro, as much as I hated Joel's pick, yours was easily the worst.
Wait, what was mine?
Lamar Jackson.
Oh, it's stupid. I thought you were talking about some fucking picture.
Got him. All right, I'm on the clock here at 4, and I'm being told I'm not allowed to select Bo Nix.
You can take
whatever you want.
This guy told me we gotta do it for real.
You believe he's the 4th best?
I gotta do it for real. I mean, I would hope.
If you believe he's the 4th best quarterback,
no way that I wouldn't want Bo Nix here. But if you want me to do it legit, fine. I'm gonna take Matthew Stafford.
You go again.
And I do get 2 back-to-back picks. I only take Matthew Stafford 1 spot ahead because I believe he has been more available. He's been a little bit more successful. And when he is healthy, Joe Burrow is in this conversation to be a top 4 quarterback. But since health has been an issue, unfortunately, I don't have him in my top 4. But damn it, do I have him in my top 5. He'll be going number 5.
So are you going to put our names on the side for who makes the pick? So
it's here. It literally is here. It's
I'm talking on the graphic.
No, on the graphic, no, it won't probably.
So where we all don't get yelled at for picking somebody at 8 when none of us picked them at 8?
Well, you'll be able to see it.
Yes, this is very much a group project and will be graded as such, yes.
Okay, there we go.
But when we post this on social media, it will be graded as a group project. So if they see somebody pick Bo Nix at 4, they probably will know where it's coming from.
Something
and
real
they
fans
probably will say, why the hell is he that high?
Okay.
But yes.
All right.
I'm up. I'm taking the MVP runner-up. I think Drake May has proven himself to be an elite quarterback in this league. He did it with the supporting cast that was questionable at best last year. And this year he gets A.J. Brown. And I think A.J.
He's regressed.
I think A.J. has maybe lost a quarter of a step. He is still by far and away the best player
easily
that Drake May has ever had. And I think it's pretty comfortable that Drake May is the best passer that A.J. Brown has ever had. I think he's going to be top 3, top 4 in yards this year. So Drake May.
Now, Jaden Daniels.
He's great.
It's me.
But I'm asking a question.
Here we go.
Why?
I love Drake May.
Race thing. Got it. Got it, Riv.
Yeah, this one.
Lamar. You actually are the only one with 2 whites.
Fuck.
We'll see what Riv does.
Actually are as fuck.
We'll see what Riv does, though.
Yeah, no, this is the tricky. This is when it gets hard, Joel. This is when me and you got to kind of you know what I'm saying, do our thing. I think the conversation here is between Jaden and Herbert. You could argue Dak, but I feel like
you fell off on Herbert, by the way. Taking Drake over Herbert. Noticing.
Oh,
I mean, who had a better year?
Noticing. All right, come on, 1 year.
Fair.
Drake's been in the league for a year and a half.
Correct.
2 years, but he just didn't play.
He just didn't play.
Yeah.
And you could argue, all things considered, Herbert having 0 offensive line, Lad McConkey.
Who had a better year this year? Drake. Last year, Jaden.
I think it's close.
Interesting.
I would lean Drake, but you can make an argument.
Okay. I'm just
especially what Jaden does with his legs.
Well, Jaden actually was good
in the playoffs. I was just about to say playoffs matter.
Awesome.
He was actually good, unlike Drake.
He was so much.
Drake was ass.
Yeah, that's fair.
Your guy.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, Matt Collins is wide receiver 1.
And Jaden Daniels had Terry
McLaurin.
You was about to be me.
Shit, Dommy Brown's better than Matt Collins.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
You saying Matt Collins and not Stephon Diggs and Hunter Henry.
Oh, Jesus, what are we doing? Hunter Henry.
What? He's bad?
So
He's
what?
a good red zone tight end.
He is.
It's risk pick. You said it's between Herbert and Jaden.
Yes, for me, I think it's between Herbert, Jaden. Jaden kind of coming off an injured year. Herbert kind of falling short in the playoffs again, but dealing with the stuff he had to deal with this year in terms of the offensive line being pretty much putrid and being not healthy and stuff like that. I still think the talent of Herbert gives me the vibe that I can still take him here. So I'm going to say he's still the seventh best quarterback in football. I still think the talent is there. It's just the surrounding pieces have been crumbling a little bit. But listen, he's been sacked the most out of any quarterback in the league over the last 2 or 3 seasons. He hasn't had the greatest offensive weapons. I know this year Johnston got better. You know, he had good tight end help. But now I feel like this year he's going to have a bounce back here.
That's a good pick.
The Chargers,
Stamp
everyone's
top 10.
darling yet again.
Now this.
Stamp top
You
10.
hear this? He stamped top 10 again.
Most hit quarterback last season. I really feel for Herbert. Just on the football field. Off the field, he's pretty set. He's loaded. The 8th overall pick, it's pretty easy for me. I would have took him at number 7, probably as high as number 6. That's Jordan Love. I just think he's the most underrated quarterback in the NFL. I think he's clearly elite. And the only reason why we give the Packers a chance to be a top NFC team is because of his greatness.
We do what?
I look at the Packers roster and it's pretty underwhelming outside of the obvious top heavy guys on the team. But the depth, the offensive line Jordan Love has to play with. He's never played with an elite offensive line in Green Bay. He's never played with an elite wide receiving core. And I don't think he's ever played with an elite running game. The running game has been okay in spurts, but last season, I'm talking about the 2024 season, Josh Jacobs was efficient, but he also was force-fed a ton, and that took away from what should be more of a pass-heavy offense. And then this past year, I didn't think the run game for Green Bay was that good. They got stuffed constantly. The offensive line was pretty mediocre.
Last year, no way.
So I'm looking at just what he's had to deal with, and he's consistently put up top of the line seasons from an efficiency standpoint. Before he went down, he was a top 3 MVP candidate. I just think that Jordan Love has done so much, and he hasn't had yet.
Was he a top 3 MVP candidate?
Yeah, this year before he got hurt, the top 3 was Stafford, Drake, May, Jordan Love.
Was it?
Yeah, and betting odds, yeah, Jordan Love was 3rd.
2024, the Packers had a top 5 rush EPA.
Jacobs was fucking elite in 24.
That's why I'm not hearing he's never had a run game.
I just don't think it's really been that consistent, to be honest with you. But
you have the pick after.
Yeah. So Jordan Love is going to be my 8th overall pick.
So
and then
if you said he's most underrated, but we probably all collectively have him 8. So where would you have him for real?
Jordan Love?
Yeah.
6.
Over Herbert and Drake?
Yeah. He's number 6 for me.
Okay. And you also said that if he wasn't on the team, the only reason we look at the Packers as top NFC teams because he's on the team. Who else looks at them as a top NFC team?
I feel like they're always projected to be one of the better NFC teams for sure. I think that, and it's in large part being carried by the quarterback position because the defense in spurts, like this past season, the defense really fell off after Micah got hurt. Last year, the defense was good, but they forced a lot of turnovers. If you look at their points per drive, yards per drive, and their just EPA when not accounting for the enormous amount of turnovers they had, they were a defense that was very much bend, don't break. Yeah. And then before that with Joe Barry, it wasn't a very good defense. So I just don't Jordan Love has never played with an elite wide receiver. He's never had a top offensive line, and he's still been able to produce at a high level. So that's why, to me, if he ever gets a dude, and hopefully that can be Christian Watson or Matthew Golden, then I think that we can see an MVP season from him. I think he's an MVP caliber quarterback. That's how I feel about it.
I feel like all these guys are.
The next pick is Dak Prescott. I just feel like he's been the model of consistency.
Oh, this one's
he had
easy
an
for me.
MVP type year in 2023. I think Dak Prescott gets unfairly knocked for the playoffs. He's been such a consistent player, and not all of the playoff woes have been on him, on his fault. I feel like sometimes the Cowboys have just kind of been outmatched, especially with Mike McCarthy's scheme being so bland against those 49ers teams that had elite defenses. They didn't have any creativity on offense, and Dak definitely didn't play well, but he didn't get help in other areas as well. But I think he's a model of consistency, and I feel like as recently there's been a 180 on Dak. I feel like more people have started to really appreciate him as a quarterback. He's been ranked much higher in a lot of lists that I've seen. And I feel like it's deserved. I think he's a hell of a quarterback.
You said this pick's easy for you, Riv? Okay, because I'm up next and I have no idea who I'm going to take.
Really? I feel like
this pick is easy because it should be Jaden.
I think it's between Caleb or Jaden. I thought you were going to take Caleb after I take Jaden.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Listen, you may have a little bit more thought to me.
Okay.
I'm just looking at Jaden's name, and I feel like I know he was hurt this year. Obviously, he wasn't playing too great when he was playing, but I feel like Washington, that overall offensive system just as a unit was not good. He missed the offseason with the training, the OTAs and stuff like that. And then he came on. It took him a little while to get set. Then the running game wasn't too great. Outside of Terry, they didn't have any other options. The offensive line was whatever. And Jaden was also a little bit banged up. So I feel like this year, I still feel and have that belief in Jaden because I do feel like he's one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the league. You know, he's pretty quick with his processing. He can make moves with his legs. You know, he's a good thrower. He's not the most pristine passer, but I feel like he's still really good in that department. So for me, it's Jaden. I looked at Caleb and thought Caleb could be a guy, you know, who I would have picked too because of his clutch moments. But I still feel like on a down-to-down basis, he's still a little bit inconsistent. So I would go Jaden.
The two quarterbacks I'm between right now is Caleb and Trevor Lawrence.
Interesting. No Brock Purdy.
I think Brock Purdy's also in this conversation too. He's a borderline top 10 guy.
You didn't think it.
I did think it. It was an afterthought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was a thought.
Okay, it was like something that popped up and
left. It was just like I saw Caleb. I was like, where Trevor was right below him. And I was like, oh, Purdy, he's good too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
but
yeah.
it was really between Caleb and Trevor.
No Bo Nix.
No Hurts.
No Bo Nix, not yet. Jalen Hurts, not yet.
Type
So
shit.
Caleb Williams, even though.
No Jared Goff.
No Jared Goff, not yet.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Big game quarterback.
Why Caleb Williams, though?
Play outside.
That's
Trevor Lawrence, a much better big game quarterback than Jared Goff.
Fair. He hasn't had, but I feel like the Bills game, he was pretty solid.
I feel like regular season, though, Goff
Bills.
clears.
For sure.
Game-losing INT.
He did. But before that, he was playing pretty good ball, I would say.
He was. It was a good game for him.
My question is, are we doing this draft based on who's the best right now or who we're taking as...
It's basically going into this upcoming season, who do you want playing quarterback for your team?
Okay.
Bo Nix should have went 1-1.
So if we're going based on this season, who I want quarterback in my team, for me, it's between Trevor and it's between Caleb. I think it's the combination of what they did last year and also just the physical tools, right? Brock Purdy, we know, has the numbers, has the efficiency. He can run Shanahan's offense. But in this world where if I don't have Kyle Shanahan and I'm putting into just a blank slate where just say it's average coach, average offensive line, average weapons, Purdy does get dropped down a notch just because we've seen him, although not playing a perfect situation, playing a great scheme with one of the best, if not the best offensive play caller. So if I could say who's playing this upcoming season and I could, shimmy in just a little bit of potential step, taking Caleb Williams.
There you go. It was the most layup answer ever. But thanks for the conversation.
We got there, man. Sometimes you got to talk things through.
There we go, Drew. I'm interested where you're going with this.
Bo Nix. It's
Okay.
like no hesitation. I'm taking
You know
Bo
what?
Chapman
I respect
Nix.
that.
This is the guy who 2 years into a career is tied for the most wins.
He's
by
better
any
than Brock?
quarterback. Yes. I'd rather Brock. He actually takes care
No,
of
I'm
the
not
ball,
asking.
too.
I'm not asking.
No, I said
would
what I
you
said.
rather?
You
He
said you'd
take-
rather Bo because you said Brock.
Apologies. Yeah, I'm
That's
taking
easy
no,
for-
I,
no,
easy
okay,
Bo.
all right.
He actually protects
Drew,
the ball.
Drew.
Brock Purdy is actually very reckless.
A little bit.
This is such a my guy list.
In 9 games,
Lamar, Drake, Caleb.
he threw 10 INTs.
How many wide receivers played in those 9 games?
He had at minimum George Kittle. He had Ricky Pearsall
Not all the time.
towards the end of the season.
Fairs.
And
No.
Jawan Jennings, am I not mistaken in
Jawan
that too?
Jennings was hurt.
But he also did play.
Okay. How many games did they all play together? Maybe
Not
3.
many. Not
Handful,
many.
yeah.
But he also always had CMC.
Fairs.
He always had CMC.
Fairs,
and he
fairs,
still
fairs.
turned the ball over. There was that stretch towards the end of the season where Brock Purdy was incredible.
Yeah.
Go look at who he played. Terrible teams.
Fairs.
Last game of the season, Seattle goes into the postseason. Had an okay game against Philly.
He did throw
Considering
terrible
on the
intercept.
road,
Yeah.
good performance, gutsy performance, able
Mhm.
to win. Shut down against Seattle again in the playoffs. I think that Brock Purdy is a good player, great player. Some could argue. I think that he's a bit too reckless with the ball.
And
I
why?
know-
Okay. Why? Because I know I want you to just try to take your bias out of this one a little bit because I know you hate this guy. Seriously though, why Bo Nix over Jared Goff?
Jared Goff is my next pick.
But I'm saying why Bo Nix before outside of
because
he's
Bo,
your guy.
Bo Nix has done similar with less.
Has he done similar in the regular season?
Yes. Bo Nix back-to-back years of 30-plus touchdowns.
Didn't Goff just throw 4 bands?
I say Goff is consistently throwing for more yards.
That's,
touchdowns,
again,
probably
done
more.
similar with less.
Okay. I would have to double check that.
He's got Amon Ra, Jameson Williams.
Fair.
He's got Sam Laporta. He's got Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, had Ben Johnson. We have Sean Payton, so that counteracts.
The coaching thing.
That counteracts.
Yeah.
Jared Goff is a great player, and that would be my next selection. I think Jared Goff gets underrated a lot by me, mainly. I don't like Jared Goff because in the big moments he sells, and we need him to uplift Amon-Ra's legacy. And unfortunately, he sells him when we need him. I'm all trolling aside. Jared Goff is a really great player and statistically is always up there with the best of the best in the league and somehow gets knocked at the end of the day. And I say somehow because I think in terms of needing a perfect situation, he's one of the poster childs for that. Because if you have a perfect situation, he's going to be great and he's going to put the numbers, he's going to be prolific. But in the high leverage moments, I'm not sure if I trust him on a play-to-play basis. And I think that Washington game is immediately what comes to mind.
It's tough, man. Goff threw for 45 back-to-back years.
100%. Like
34 touchdowns, 37 touchdowns. Now, Bo Nix did throw for 3,500, so I won't dispute that.
And last year, 39, if I'm not mistaken, did lead the league in attempts.
More interceptions than him, less yards, less completion percentage, too. But you did mention Amon-Ra shit. That doesn't matter.
He's got a fucking loaded crew.
He took Jared Goff right after.
He did. I was just curious.
I will say Trevor Lawrence. It was between Trevor Lawrence and Goff, but I do lean Goff a little bit more in terms of this upcoming season. I could see it. Trevor has a really good situation around him too. I just think that again, the baseline for what Goff has given you over these last few years, I would put him the notch above him.
Makes my decision easy. I was between Trevor and Caleb in the last round. Trevor lasted to my next pick, so I take him. I would have taken Trevor over Bo and Jared Goff. I think if you're looking at just last year, you can make the argument, but the second half of last year, we talk about all the time how great Trevor Lawrence was. And, Trevor's in a weird situation because he had all of this expectation coming into the NFL as this hyped up prospect. Hasn't quite lived up to it yet. But this Liam Cohen era, and it started, I think previously with Doug Peterson, who maybe not the best coach, but such an upgrade over Urban Meyer that it was Trevor to me just has like such obvious career starting points where he entered the league. He was in just the worst situation imaginable, roster wise, coaching wise. There was no one on that team I feel like he could have looked to because the leadership was so poor. Doug Peterson came in, gave him some stability where it's like, we're going to be a grown up organization. Then Liam Cohen comes in. We're like, we're going to uplift your situation. We're going to build this offensive line. You're going to have multiple weapons at wide receiver. Still got to figure out the running back position. But with Liam Cohen there calling the shots, him being one of the best offensive minds in the sport, feels like Trevor is going to start, potentially reaching his ceiling, which is an MVP top 5 level quarterback. And we saw it the second half of last year.
Trevor Lawrence. Oh, this one's easy for me. Brock Purdy. Oh, wait. Sam Darnold's here.
Sam Darnold this year.
All right. This one's, I feel like, same tier. Same tier of guys. I feel like both of them really good. I'll give Sam Darnold the edge. He just won the Super Bowl. He had a better year. I'll give Sam Darnold the edge.
What about Jalen Hurts?
They're better than both of them.
Wow.
I was going to pick Sam Darnold with my pick if you didn't pick him with yours. I was kind of assuming you probably would have went with Brock Purdy. I do believe that Brock Purdy's next. I do just believe that he's a better passer than Jalen Hurts, and he can run a more effective offense. The offense that Hurts right now is...
You've been seeing the good news about it.
Yeah, hopefully it pans out. The offense he's trying to learn now is the offense that Brock Purdy has been excelling in since he's got into the NFL. And we have seen with Kyle Shanahan, CMC, the healthiest version of Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, Brock Purdy was able to produce. He was able to be the quarterback of one of the most efficient offenses in NFL history.
Mm-hmm.
That is not something that Jalen Hurts can say. Even with the absurd amount of talent that he has played with, it has been the passing game that has been consistently been the Achilles heel. It's been the weak spot of the Eagles offense. So just my belief in Purdy being able to run a better offense is why I think he's a better quarterback.
2022 isn't a historic offense for the Eagles. I'm genuinely asking.
No, I don't think it's not as good of an offense as like the 2023 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
The 2023 49ers had, I believe, 4 different players have 1,000 yards from scrimmage with Debo, Ayuk, CMC, and Kittle. So that is like that made history in itself.
I was going to say the Eagles had 3.
with
Miles Sanders, AJ Brown, and Devontae Smith.
To me, I think the separator between the two is that Hurts has just always played with a better, without a doubt, offensive line.
Which is why I also categorize that in offense.
Yeah, like I think that Purdy, the receiving talent, you can argue goes to Hurts. The running back talent goes to Purdy.
Of course.
And then the offensive line goes to Hurts by a landslide. And then coaching goes to Purdy. It's just Purdy's pocket presence. He just avoids less sacks than Jalen Hurts. It's his playmaking ability. I feel like that with Hurts has kind of fallen off a little bit. And it's just his ability to throw over the middle of the field. I think where Purdy does struggle is making those like big boy throws. But for the most part, I just think that you're able to build an offense around him easier than Hurts. But Hurts is my next pick. I think this is as far as he falls. He has some good traits to him, especially early on, like his ability to run quarterback in an RPO heavy system. When he was more of a scrambler, he was a big threat with his legs. And he does have a very accurate deep ball. He's been one of the better deep ball throwers in the NFL. It's just the other things like the ability to process open routes quicker, the lack of throwing to the middle of the field. He's been the least. He's been the quarterback that's thrown to the middle of the field the least over the past couple of seasons. There are some quarterbacks that haven't even played full seasons that already have more middle of the field attempts than Hurts in 1 year than he's had in the last 3. Like Caleb Williams and Drake May, they've been in the league for 2 years. They have more middle of the field throw attempts than Hurts has over his last 3 seasons as a starter. And they just got into the NFL. So I think the avoidance of that area of the field is what can kind of put a limit on what the offense can be. So
Jalen Hurts QB 17.
Yes,
in this one.
I think it's pretty fair. I think this is the tier that he's in.
How far do you think he can climb next season? Like end of the year type vibe?
I mean, if he plays great, he's back in the top 10 immediately.
Yeah. If he plays great, the team's going to be great. They're on a playoff run.
A run?
Yeah.
Brother. We win the whole damn thing.
Yeah, no, that for sure.
Whole damn thing.
For sure.
If
he's playing a top 10 level.
I don't think he's going to be a top. I think the days of Hurts being the top 10 quarterback are over. I don't think that's going to happen. There's just too many quarterbacks that
he's went
I
from
would prefer
top 5 to 17 in 1 year.
Well, who
none of these guys are
surpass?
like
Drake May, Burrow, I think Jaden, Caleb. I just think they all play the position better than him.
Fairs.
Like there is not a player in the top 10 that I don't think plays the position better than him. Like even Dak, I think he just plays the position better than him. I know that Hurts has more of like the team success.
Yeah, remember Hurts is clutch, man. That matters.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, but like
that's like his number one selling point.
Well, he's very composed in the moment.
But all things equal, I just
push?
Oh fucking finally, bro.
All things equal, I just do think that there's just definitively 10 quarterbacks you're taking over Hurts.
No, I'm with you. A lot would have to happen for him to get back to that top 10.
Are they only putting it in our playbook or
no? Everybody has
that's I'm on the clock. I am looking at this list. Golly almighty.
I thought there was an easy for you.
I couldn't find him. Found him.
He's there. I was gonna say.
Yeah, no. I know we hate him, and I know we like to knock him, especially Drew. He likes to really harp on him and shit on him for the playoffs. And I'll admit, it was one of the worst things we've probably ever seen in our lives. But I still think he's a good quarterback. I still think there's ways he can go to get back to that level. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying top 5-ish or nothing like that, but the guys in front of him aren't far off to where he used to be. So I think CJ's still right. It's either him or Baker, I feel like. Or if you still believe in K1, of course.
Yeah, that Stroud would have been my next pick, and it would have been my next pick pretty easily. I just feel like the upside we've seen from Stroud, which has certainly been some years, but the upside we did see from him was him playing at a top 10 level, and that was as a rookie, fresh into the league. I feel like his downfall is more team and roster construction. He has some part of it, right? I think he's just been slower to make decisions, just poor decision making in general. But if you're telling me I'm dropping him on the Eagles team, do I think he outperforms Jalen Hurts? I do think he outperforms Jalen Hurts.
I think they had the same numbers this year.
Yeah, and that's one in an awesome situation and one in a terrible situation.
Hey, is this Cam Newton, bro?
Yeah, it's probably still Cam.
That's fucking
They just keep some old players in here. My next pick, there's not an obvious choice to me. I don't think it's time for Jackson Dart yet or Malik Willis. For me, it's really Baker, Shuck, Kyler, Mendoza, Warder in there too. Daniel Jones, depending how you feel, how he comes back from the injury. But I think right now I would just take Baker.
Is Anthony Richardson here?
I saw him.
Okay, he's so far.
He will be selected.
You think so?
I am not taking Aaron Rodgers over him. I'll tell you
he's
that
at 40 right now.
Or Geno Smith.
Okay. I didn't even see Geno's name.
But I think Baker 2 years ago, when Baker's similar to a lot of quarterbacks in this range, if he's in a really good situation, I think he's going to play well. If he has a good play caller, if the offensive line's healthy and you give him wide receiver 1, I think you could have a competent offense. Last year, I think it was a mix of just play calling didn't really work out. The injuries didn't work out for him. He has a shoulder injury. And then the team kind of falls apart. Mike Evans has the collarbone and the concussion. Ibuka falls apart in the second half. Bucky's basically not healthy the entire season. So there was a few different things that went into, I think, the Bucs' downfall last year and Baker just not playing well. But if you're telling me he's healthy and you're getting a healthy Ibuka, Bucky, Chris Godwin, I think next year Baker could be in that top 15 discussion.
All right, my next pick is going to be Tyler Shuck. Last year...
Over K1?
Yes.
Okay.
Last year, he was statistically the best rookie quarterback. He was more accurate, took less sacks, better pocket presence than, maybe not say better pocket presence than Cam Ward, because I think Cam Ward's ability to maneuver around the pocket was great. He also took care of the ball more than Jackson Dart and Malik Willis. Where Malik Willis had the more big-time throws, he took a lot more risk because that's just the type of arm that he has, and I'll never knock a quarterback for that, especially in his situation. With that being said, I am going to take Cam Ward with my next pick after that as well. I just think that with the Saints and their offensive situation, with the abilities that Tyler Shuck has too, the success that he had last season with not having Jordan Tyson, with not having Travis Etienne, without having a healthier offensive line that he should have for this upcoming season on top of it too, I just think that the Saints offense has a bit higher ceiling. Now, that's not to take away from Cam Ward, who I do think has a higher ceiling as a quarterback overall. I think that Cam Ward does have great traits, and I think towards the end of the season, we saw that 9 touchdowns to 1 INT to end the season. Now with Carnell Tate being added into the offense, he gets a player, and of course, Wan'Dale Robinson, let me not undersell that too. Wan'Dale was one of the more underrated wide receivers last year. Now there's juice to this offense, and now there can be a little bit more expectation on Cam Ward. And I think that Cam Ward will have a lot better season, but I do think the Saints' ceiling is a little bit higher. I think that Tyler Shuck had at least warranted the respect of not just the Saints' offense situation, but of course, he showed out last season. He was really a really great rookie last season. And came in and looked mature, looked poised, and I think that it carries over this year. But my 2 picks, Tyler Shuck and Cam Ward.
No Bryce Young.
So I thought about it, but I think at the same time, Tyler Shuck and the offense that he's in is better than the Panthers. And Cam Ward, I can feel a certain way about Bryce Young for sure. I just think Cam Ward's upside because of the rocket arm that he has. I just have him one.
So what about K1's upset? Because you've upside because you've talked a lot about it, and now he has.
Well, is he the next pick? Because I kind of feel like, I mean, I would have taken Kyler where Shuck went. Personally.
Yeah, I feel like now we're taking 2 younger guys up. Well, you sure? Yeah, we'll call them younger.
I mean,
taking 2 younger guys over him
last year. Very obviously, given
terrible
the fact
year.
K1 did miss an extended.
Now he's in
period
Minnesota.
Of time. He is in Minnesota. He is with Kevin O'Connell. I can see I am excited for K1 this year. Tyler Shuck has at minimum earned the respect of trusting what he did last year was not a fluke. And with Kellen Moore, another year underneath his belt, he learned the offense extremely quick and was able to produce at a very high level. Was very accurate with the passes, was throwing to all levels of the field with accuracy as well, has a solid arm, has a great roster around him. I do believe he will be the better of the quarterbacks in this tier. Now, with that being said, Kyler is in a really good situation of his own too. Let me not undersell that. But it's the uncertainty based off what we've seen from K1 over these last couple of seasons. And you're asking me to be my most unbiased self right now. I was not being biased when I was talking about Bo Nix. I was not being biased when I was talking about Jared Goff. And I'm going to try not to be biased when I talk about K1, who you guys know I really love. Tyler Shuck last year objectively was better, obviously. Yes. And I think going into this upcoming season, he at least has warranted that respect to treat him as a guy that can up his level of play, or at minimum, just stay about the same. And if he's about the same, this guy has completed 67% of his passes. I believe his sack percentage was about 8%. This is with a good Saints offensive line too. But you added Travis Etienne. You added Jordan Tyson. This is with Chris Olave, who was one of the better wide receivers last year as well. And Kellen Moore, a great play caller. I really think Tyler Shuck has a really strong season this upcoming year.
Also signed David Andrews. There's not a lot of quarterbacks, at least young quarterbacks, that got as much help as Shuck did this upcoming season. And I think he had some splash plays too, but he also just made a lot of smart plays, a lot of safe plays where, you kept the ball moving. The Saints were number 1 in plays on offense for a reason, right? They didn't have all these ton of explosive plays, but just kept getting chunk plays and just staying ahead of the sticks. And they upgraded. They upgraded wide receiver. They upgraded offensive line. They upgraded at running back. So I think Shuck is good. My next few picks, I was looking at Shuck. I was looking at Ward. It comes down to Kyler and Mendoza for me. I don't want to take rookie Mendoza yet, especially because it doesn't seem like he's going to be playing week 1. So it feels a little silly to take him over Kyler. So I let the Kyler slip stop here. Obviously, he's going into a critical year for his career for the Minnesota Vikings. If his athleticism has fallen off, where instead of being one of the best athletes at the position to now he's just one of the better athletes at the position, it changes a lot for Kyler because he is undersized. He can't make every throw on the football field. There have been questions about his leadership. There's just a lot of stuff that has gotten to Kyler Murray for right or for wrong over the last few seasons, that some of it you were able to put up with it because when he was healthy, he was out there and he was being a really productive player. But a big part of that came from just insane athleticism, being able to escape the pocket, being able, the crazy Hail Mary DeAndre Hopkins, where he's able to evade defenders and throw just a 40 or 50-yard bomb down the field. If that level of his game or that aspect of his game has fallen off, I become a bit more concerned. So I still take Kyler here because Kyler needs Kevin O'Connell and Kevin O'Connell needs Kyler too. I think he still has a lot of power, and I don't think he's on the hot seat by any means. But if you go into this season, Kyler struggles after McCarthy struggles, after Darnold leaves and is fantastic, I do think the seat gets a little bit hot for Kevin O'Connell, for better or for worse. If you have multiple seasons where you miss the playoffs, your offense is the reason why, your quarterback is the reason why. That's the main reason you're brought there. But I think Kyler is going to have this offense at least competent. And if they're able to stay healthy, it should be like a top half unit in the league.
Oh, man, it's getting in muddy waters. Mendoza's a rookie. I don't know if I can take him here.
Easy pick here, bro.
What? Don't tell me it's Tua.
Wasn't saying all that.
I was gonna. I'm looking at either Bryce Young or Dart.
There you go, bro. Don't overthink it, bro.
Yeah, it's either Bryce Young or Dart. I'm gonna give Bryce Young the edge because of the playoff game, and I feel like
Jones also could go here, and I would understand.
Nah, it's off the Achilles.
Fair enough.
Yeah, off the Achilles. I think I'll give Bryce Young was the last one on the scene I've seen. He was really good against the Rams.
Big time quarterback.
Big time quarterback making big time plays.
Yeah, the best teams in the league.
They do, and they got into the playoffs, and he played really well towards the end of the stretch. I give him that respect, especially in this type of tier where you have Dart, who's still a little bit unknown, Mendoza, who hasn't played, Daniel Jones coming off an injury, J.J. McCarthy's a bench warmer, Malik Willis is in one of the worst situations in football. Can't really find Tua. Found Tua, but then again, that's a wild card. If I had to choose, I'd probably choose Bryce Young. So give me Bryce Young.
This is tough because I feel like there are 3 quarterbacks I want to take at this spot, honestly. I have the next 2 picks. If I'm looking at the 3 quarterbacks here that I'm picking between, it's Mendoza, it's Dart, and it's Malik Willis. Those are the 3. I'm very bought in on what Willis did with the Packers. I don't think it was a fluke, and I think that he's going to be a really good player. The only concern I have is what the Dolphins have surrounded him with, but hopefully they drafted well and it's not terrible. Then I look at Dart. Dart had a lot of success with Dable, but when Dable left, they stopped running the same offense. And I think that Dart had a lot of success in a gimmicky type offense where once they started having him really be a drop back passer, you kind of saw the mistakes pile up. I thought that Dable protected him a lot in his offensive play calling. And even in a game like against the Broncos where the Giants jumped out to a lead, he threw a lot of dangerous passes that ended up being caught by his receivers, but they were dangerous passes nonetheless. I think he still has a bit of a reckless play style. And when I'm taking into account like what quarterback I would want for this upcoming season, I have to take into account the durability concerns as well. Like the fact that Dart is going to embrace contact and he's going to put himself in harm's way. I don't think that the decision-making is the most polished. To me, Mendoza is my next pick. I just really trust him and his traits. And if I were starting a draft today, like I would pick Mendoza over Dart. And then it's really between Dart and Malik Willis. I think that Malik Willis had such a small sample size that I can't fully trust it over what Dart did with Dable. And I want to take like situation out of it as much as possible and just go into it like with a clean, even slate. I think that Dart showed a lot of promise as well. I thought that he was a pretty accurate quarterback, and I thought that his playmaking ability was on display. And even though his passes could be reckless, I think that aggression is also overall like just a positive trait of his, that he's willing to put the ball into tighter windows and make throws that maybe other quarterbacks wouldn't attempt to make. So I'm thinking about Jackson Dart here, but then I also look at Daniel Jones, who, I mean, the first half of the season, he played extremely well with the Indianapolis Colts. But it's also just like Shane Steichen and his offense, and there's some points that I take off for that. But I kind of feel like this is the most that I'm going to let Daniel Jones slip. I just feel like in the first half of the season, he played really well, and we kind of saw that once he went down, he was very much the engine of the Colts offense. And we saw the Colts offense with a quarterback the year before in Richardson with the same pieces that was not good. And the reason why Jonathan Taylor was on pace to break LT's record was obviously because of his greatness, but they actually had a good quarterback under center that opened up the entire offense for the team. So that's why I'm going to take Daniel Jones there. I just think that he showed a lot in his sample size.
I was hopeful. Would you have taken him?
I probably would have.
Yeah, I was hoping to get both of these guys back to back, actually.
Tua.
Easy.
It is easy. It actually is so easy.
Yeah, we got to this point. It's easy.
It's actually not even close.
Yeah, I probably would have taken Dart or Willis just for some baked-in upside.
Dart is not. He was not good last year.
He was
his
solid.
rushing was the main reason why his advanced statistics may look a little bit more appealing, but he didn't have as many turnovers because he was very lucky. Only, I believe, I don't want to mistakenly say the stat wrong. He had a high turnover-worthy percentage play, but only 25% of his turnover-worthy plays were turned into turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dart, for
Sounds
the
like good
situation
luck.
he was given, for the coaching, issues, obviously gets fired midseason. I think Dart at least passed the bar of we're good going into year 2.
For next season, who will be better, Tua or Dart? That's what the question was.
I think given just the same situation, it's a toss-up.
But that's not the question. I don't think that I took situation to account when
my head, I'm more thinking if it was just a blank situation.
Yeah, the initial question was like, if going into next season, just who do you want as a quarterback? So
Not
all
given
things
situation.
equal.
Yeah, I
like,
do
who
think
you want
Tua
as
will have
quarterback?
better counting stats than Jackson Dart. He's just in a better situation, obviously.
Interesting. All things
I think
equal.
Tua can run the offense better though.
Yeah, he could run. I think it's just a better, like he's a more accurate, better
Dart,
passer.
He had 24 total touchdowns and he had 5 interceptions. And then when we look at his fumbles, he had 5 fumbles. So
Like
10
Cam
fumbles,
Ward,
24 touchdowns.
I think Cam Ward for sure has more upside than Dart. There's almost nothing that you could point to Cam Ward that said he was better than Dart last year.
I agree with that.
Like Cam Ward, a lot of his advanced statistics are like, you have rookie seasons in there with Zach Wilson's and Kenny Pickett's, like some really, truly terrible, players, unfortunately. But we know, given the situation, it was dog shit.
His last month of the season was
He improved. He
9
improved.
touchdowns to 1 pick.
Yeah, no, he definitely improved down the stretch. With that said,
his schedule also was just, he had the toughest defensive schedule.
Yeah, it got
in the
easy.
NFL. Like every defense he played.
he did, especially opening the
elite.
year too. I remember he played Denver week 1.
Malik Iomanor and who was the other?
He plays the
wide
Texans
receiver?
twice.
Ridley.
Ridley, Tony Pollard and shit. Yeah, the situation's bad.
The guy who was on first team All Pro.
DK.
DK.
It's between Dart and Willis for me. Dart is like the first round pick from last year, so maybe you feel more confident there. Willis is a crazy athlete. I think you've seen a lot of progression for him as a passer, especially in Green Bay. But I think Joel's reservations are correct. But my reservations about the Giants are also, it's Matt Nagy. Like, it's Matt Nagy, it's Bobby Slowick. I don't really feel great about either situation when it just comes to weapons. But again, this is just a blank slate. If it's just a blank slate, I'll take Malik Willis.
I don't hate where your head's at. As much as I've kind of slighted him in this conversation,
I didn't make you take Jackson Dart.
I understand that. I'm not saying
Let's get nasty now.
But I will say I will take Jackson Dart up next.
Aaron Rodgers?
I'm going to be honest.
I don't think backups are better than
This is the 29th pick. So we have 4 more picks to make.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, not backups better than Aaron Rodgers.
I'm probably going to take Rodgers.
Well, the only guy is probably Brissett. That's probably like the only guy you could point to.
I'm contemplating Deshaun.
Gino. Where's Gino at?
Yeah, where is Gino?
Gino was definitely
He's so
in
far.
my mind.
Why isn't he up here?
He's number 250. He's right here underneath
Jesus
Aaron Rodgers.
Christ. That was 250. 250.
He's not beneath Rodgers for me. Cam Newton is.
I'm sorted by roster percentage.
That's your quarterback, bro.
I'm sorted by fucking ADP.
That's your quarterback.
I am going to take Aaron Rodgers. Albeit Deshaun definitely is intriguing. I think that this season I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. That's all I'm going to say. I'm intrigued. But I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers.
I'm taking the Smithian.
And I'm taking Jacoby Brissett.
Who's the final pick? Who's the 32nd best quarterback in the NFL?
This is tough. So it can't be JJ McCarthy. Shador would be cool, Tyler, for vibe points. Shador Sanders.
Let's do it for the people.
But do I think that like he's better than Penix? Probably not. I don't. I think Penix is better than
Mac
Shador
Jones?
and McCarthy. Mac Jones would be a great pick. I probably will pick Mac Jones, but I will say this: I am not completely sold on my Will Levis stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sold completely on it.
Okay.
I think that if he goes to a different team, they trade for him. He can maybe learn for a year or two. I think that he can become like a good quarterback. I think that he got pretty messed up with being paired up with Brian Callahan. It was just a disaster waiting to happen, and he really wasn't able to fully grow as a player. But his debut game will always just stick in my mind. So even with that being said, I just think that Mac Jones is too steady of a quarterback to not pick at this pick. So my final pick and the 32nd pick in this quarterback draft would be Mac Jones. I think that Mac Jones is probably better than some of these starting quarterbacks. Like I think he's better at this point. I would take Mac Jones over Aaron Rodgers. I would take him over Geno Smith, and I would take him over Jacoby Brissett.
Okay.
So I think Mac Jones, that's kind of where he's at for me. There's an argument for him over Tua too. I've said that for years. I think that Daniel Jones is an argument for Mac Jones over Daniel Jones. Like I think Mac Jones is kind of in that tier.
I don't know about Daniel Jones. I think what Daniel showed last year, and I don't think he has as many physical restrictions as like Rodgers or Tua does.
No, he doesn't. Daniel Jones definitely has the arm advantage over Mac.
And athleticism. But
Mac Jones, what he did Thursday Night Football against the Rams,
better than Mac Jones.
Yeah, he does.
On a bad leg, getting beat
it
up
was
to a
a
pulp.
gutsy fucking performance.
It was awesome.
Mac Jones won games, man. He won games.
Wait, Kendrick Bourne, was he the wide receiver won that game?
Yeah.
He went crazy.
And I just also do feel like Mac Jones, after his rookie year, the Patriots did a terrible job surrounding him with talent to actually succeed in. And then he bounced around and he landed with the Niners and he proved himself. So
he's probably gonna get paid next year unless they trade him first.
Mac Jones is bottom tier starter, but probably the very best backup quarterback in the NFL.
I'm with you. I'm not selling my AR stock either. I would.
Wait, who'd you pick? It didn't pop up.
He took Mac
Jones.
Yes.
Okay. The guy you thought was better than Purdy.
What a time.
Wow.
I didn't say he's better than Purdy.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I didn't. That's not a fact.
We just can't. We can never just own up to our L's and just understand where we were wrong at.
I never said he was better than Purdy.
You said he could
You're
do
lying.
when Purdy got hurt and Mac was playing well through the middle of the season. He was talking about, yo, they can let Purdy walk. Mac could be the quarterback.
I said considering contracts, he's just
like,
giving
he started just being rude. He started being rude, and now look where we picked Mac at, bro.
My exact statement is that Brock Purdy is not $40 million better than Mac Jones.
How many millions better? Because he is definitely better.
Maybe 10.
20?
He said 10.
No,
he's
I
30.
It's 10 million.
It's like 30.
If you could pay Purdy $20 million,
we'll pay Mac
or
$0.
$22 million and 2 for Mac, what would you rather do? 22 for Purdy or 2 for Mac?
2 for Mac.
I'll take a 22 for Purdy.
2 for
22
Mac.
Is nothing for a
Now,
quarterback.
obviously, it's
deal with,
nothing. But I'm saying Mac Jones,
32nd best quarterback in the league.
He did play well.
He played really well, and they were not fully healthy when he was on the field. Like
they weren't fully healthy all year, brother.
Banged up.
Yeah,
he dealt with a much worse offensive supporting cast. The cast started to get healthier around Purdy.
It's also a small sample. Purdy's been doing this for years.
He always had CMC.
This was always supposed to be what was promised. Mac Jones on the Niners.
Yeah.
It was always supposed to be. This was the story initially. This was it.
It was.
This was.
But they have a better quarterback in Brock Purdy.
Nah, I understand, but they got lucky with him. I mean, nobody thought that he'd be
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, nobody thought that he'd be this.
Every
good.
team would have taken him.
But no, I do think that Mac Jones, he has earned himself like a lifetime backup quarterback deal with any team in the NFL.
At a minimum, he's gonna get paid next offseason. Nothing crazy, but $10 million to compete somewhere. You know what I mean? I could definitely see that.
Like, there's a reason why the Niners just don't want to trade Mac Jones,
which is surprising because obviously comp picks go into this. But if you want to get high comp pick, like he's got to make $20+ million a year, and then you obviously can't sign anyone at that level. So I feel like if a day 2 pick's on the table, that's something I would consider.
I think that Mac Jones, he's definitely probably going to walk in free agency because this is the final year of his contract. But considering the injury history of Brock Purdy, it just makes so much sense for the Niners just to keep Mac Jones just in case.
At the deadline, maybe.
Just I don't know. I would keep him for the entirety of the season, just in case something happens.
It's just like it feels like you're kind of just missing out on maybe like a 3rd round pick, and maybe that doesn't matter.
But they might get that regardless if he signs a contract with another team.
Yeah, it has to be worth it. You know, if you think Mac Jones is going to get like a $20-25 million contract.
If Willis got a pretty sizable deal, I don't think that Mac will get the same thing because I think
he'll get less than Willis.
Yeah, the potential was baked in with Willis, but I think that Mac Jones is minimum $20 million a year quarterback.
That's what Fields got from the Jets 2 years ago.
Exactly. You know, I think Mac Jones is at minimum that.
Yeah, it was terrible. Mac Jones should be better, but situation.
Justin Fields is still on he's on the Chiefs now.
We got a pick for him.
So that draft, they really went like 0 for 4.
Yeah, the only 2 hits for Mac and Trevor.
Mac's not a hit.
Mac being a hit's crazy.
I think Mac's a
hit. 15th overall pick.
He's not even on the team anymore.
Yo, he's nuts, bro.
It's not his fault. Look at what the fuck they
in a redraft, does he go in the 1st round?
Yes, absolutely he does.
Does he go in that top? He went, what, 15?
Yeah, he's 15th overall pick.
Let's go top 15.
Probably not.
He's the one that actually got Belichick fired.
Belichick was garbage as a coach.
That was an elite draft.
He's garbage now in North Carolina.
He is horrible. But it's also
Belichick just fell off. He fell off. That's what happened. The game passed him by, and he couldn't adapt to it. I mean, that's why Brady left. The final years were insufferable because he got him no offensive talent. And then it just became 10 times worse than Mac Jones.
I mean, the final years, they lost in the 1st round, but the year before that, they were literally Super Bowl champions.
But they gave Brady no help offensively. That's like the point.
He had Julian Edelman. He had Gronk for a majority of his time in New England.
The final years in New England.
Towards the end, he had Julian and Gronk.
The final year with the Patriots.
The final 1 year. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had Chris Hogan.
That team was garbage, yo.
I don't even think Edelman played.
They didn't invest as much in the offense as they should have. And then with Mac Jones, bro, they didn't do nothing. N'Keal Harry was their move.
They tried.
They whiffed. They
suck.
Yeah, but that's on them for terrible scouting.
I agree.
I do think that Mac Jones, if he was surrounded with talent, he's probably still a starting quarterback.
Well, Cam Newton believed in N'Keal Harry.
He did.
So it's not just on Bill.
I mean, Mac Jones beat out an MVP for that starting quarterback job.
That he did.
That's pretty impressive.
That it was. Yeah.
You better do your job. Yeah, Mac's a fucking backup. You're ridiculous. Fucking worst quarterback in the league.
Quite literally 32nd.
Just ranked them worst quarterback in the league. Only because we couldn't find any more.
There were some talented names up there.
AR, Tanner McKee.
Psst, that's the
Ty Simpson.
Tanner McGee, man. AR, bro. Yo, honest to God, bro, if I was a child or if I was a kid and I was a fan of Pick a Side and I saw you talking about quarterbacks in the draft, I would mute you.
I'm boomer bust.
No, you're bust.
Whoa.
Like literally.
Bust is crazy.
Sorry, that
it's
was
like bust. Mega hit.
Bust.
Who did I miss on AR and Trey Lance? Trey Lance never got a shot. AR short. Trey Lance never got a shot.
You're gonna milk that to the day you die. Listen, Lamar was a hit.
Lamar was a hit. I wasn't even a big Herbert guy.
No, Hurts.
Oh,
I
Hurts.
gave you Herbert.
Facts.
Well, I gave you Herbert.
That's why I was like, wasn't even a Herbert guy.
But the other black guys you rooted for. Pretty insane.
Lance never got a shot, and AR was unfortunately trash.
Yeah, AR, man.
Still got hope. I'm not selling stock.
You hit on May.
Drake May.
You hit on Caleb too, dude.
Give me both of them.
Caleb,
Listen,
no,
I could have said
you're not getting Caleb. You can't get Caleb. You get Drake though. You get Drake. You can't get.
I wasn't even really in on. I was gonna say Trevor and Zach. It could have been on 1 and 2, and it doesn't look pretty. It's not always pretty.
Zach was nuts, but that was a fan.
But I was also you liked Zach because he was just a Jet. I wasn't on Justin Fields. I'm 50-50.
No, but damn, bro, your misses hurt.
50-50.
Your misses hurt. They're like bottom of the
To
barrel.
be fair,
misses.
like what?
See, like if you want to call my miss, like my miss led the league in yards.
I was gonna say usually for a quarterback, it's usually just a big bust or
True.
You know what I mean? But Tua is like a good example of he's not fucking Trey Lance, but he's
he went out slowly.
Yeah.
Yours is just
my bust literally
know your
led the
fucking
league in
whack,
yards.
or like just like pay the dude fucking $100-200 million.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I'd rather some bit of hope. Remember when you were just asking to make the graphic? Like I'm sure you'd love for hope, right?
Oh, you like wild card?
Just in general, like
in the hunt.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like if that's what you're hoping for, like that's your bare minimum. Just give me in the hunt. Then I think that you can take the hope and belief that a guy that I took number 5, who led the league in yards, if I pay him this contract, he's gonna do well. Like
but it's
I'd
just,
rather that
Tua
hope.
is like the Jets, like maybe there's hope,
Like
but we
the
know
Jets,
nothing's gonna happen.
There's been no high.
What is the
You wanna know
equivalent to leading league yard for the Jets?
I'll tell you what it is. The
Leading the
high
league in
was
yards?
the Pat McAfee
Winning
special.
7 games? I don't fucking know.
The
dude.
high for the Jets was the Pat McAfee special when Aaron Rodgers said, "I want to be a New York Jet." That was their high.
Awesome.
That was a moment.
That was literally
awesome.
of the last decade.
That was a moment.
Their high was Aaron Rodgers going on ESPN and
City was
saying,
turned.
"I want to be a Jet."
What's Tua's getting cut?
Leading the league in yards, getting 50
He's gonna
million.
milk that, bro. He can't be leading. He really led the league in yards, bro. He really
50
did that
million M's.
That's good for him.
Shout out to him. He's rich forever.
I mean, the Jets franchise is worth more than Tua if that's what he's trying to do.
How much are they worth? Probably middle of the pack.
Billions? I don't know.
Definitely billions.
Like middle of the pack.
Billion?
No, it's
No,
the
I don't think it's
like,
middle of the pack. I
probably
think it's
like
pretty
high.
high.
the Jets
yeah.
are the definition of like silver spoon. Like,
Top 10 type shit.
Well,
Like
they're
no
the
matter
Nets.
what, you're just gonna exactly.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Exactly. Literally, being the franchise of New York Jets is a handout.
Well, just be an NFL team.
It's
the
a handout.
Seahawks fucking sold for $7 billion, was it?
Sheesh.
Like, and they're in fucking Seattle.
like, do
Seahawks
the
are
Jets
so
even
dope.
deserve a team? Let's be honest.
Let me ask you guys a
course.
question because we had this question earlier when we were doing a soccer thing. Who's a greater global superstar? Which means not just what they did on the field, just everything included. Michael Jordan or Messi?
It's a good conversation. I would still go Messi.
Okay, I said MJ because of his shoes.
That's
Messi
where
probably touch more people. Just obviously everyone in the world watches.
Pause. What?
I mean, it's well said.
Everyone. He
No, it
touched
just
more
caught me off guard.
He touched more people.
Who?
Messi.
I would argue MJ's probably the only person you could say probably touched just as many people.
That's such
just-
a good conversation.
Just like outside of maybe LeBron, but even
It's
I feel like
just 'cause,
LeBron's far.
Obviously, MJ's worldwide, but like Messi's actually worldwide.
Listen,
Well, MJ
with-
came
with-
before Messi.
Yeah.
That's what helps.
in regards to anything popularity related, soccer will always come out on top.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, they're more popular players than LeBron and Michael Jordan. And I mean, top football athletes don't even they don't even compare.
Yeah.
But in terms of like global phenomenon, when talking about branding, I definitely think that Michael Jordan has the edge.
I mean, branding, fair.
He is the brand.
Literally.
He is the walking brand.
Yeah, like everybody's wearing Michael Jordan shoes. It's still relevant today. They still have new releases to this day. It's so ingrained in the culture. And not that like Messi isn't. I think Messi the player is, but Messi the brand, I don't know if it is to that level. So that's the only reason why like Michael Jordan probably would win the argument, but Lionel Messi, like, he's such a global superstar that even though Michael Jordan's a global superstar, it's just really not to the level of Messi.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird because like MJ, obviously he came before both of them. So like he was global in like the 90s and shit. And I don't know.
Being global in the 90s, it mattered.
Yeah, like he was walking
Think about
around.
it, both the MJs.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was
maneuvering.
walking around when you say MJ, you were like, who? Either Michael or like which Michael you talking about? Like
You know how fucking nuts you have to be to
That's
have
what I'm saying,
somebody
like-
say which one?
that's fucking insane. But Messi and Ronaldo, like those are the two.
I'd argue Ronaldo's bigger.
The guy was telling us that. Obviously, I wouldn't know. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But he
Ronaldo's
was saying
bigger.
like Ronaldo's a bigger.
Attractiveness also plays a part.
He is
in that.
handsome.
He is.
He is handsome. Messi a little ugly dude.
I wouldn't call him ugly.
Compared to Ronaldo, sneaky.
Compared to Ronaldo,
Ronaldo's a good-looking
I think
dude.
every
Yeah,
person in
yeah.
the world you could argue is
Yeah,
ugly.
Ronaldo's big. Fire,
Ronaldo's
bro.
S tier.
Yes, he is. I ain't even going front, bro. David Beckham was too.
David Beckham was also
Great
S
looking
tier.
dude.
Yeah, he was. He played in USA, right?
He did. He
Fire.
played for the LA Galaxy. He had the biggest contract in sports history when he first signed it.
Fire.
I think it was 10 years, 250. And then,
That's it?
what do you mean that's at
That
the
was
time?
also a minute ago.
Well, yeah, I don't know when it
Oh,
was.
yeah, no, that was huge. That was 06, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
okay.
Because then A-Rod signed his deal
Mhm.
in 07. Then it was the biggest contract in sports history. And then Trout signed it. It was the biggest deal in sports history. Then Mahomes signed it. It was the biggest deal.
Mhm.
I lied. I want to say Giancarlo Stanton was the biggest contract
Mm-hmm.
in sports history. Then Trout. Then Mahomes. Then Ohtani. Then Soto.
So news just broke that there's going to be no flagrant upgrade on the uncalled foul on Victor Wembanyama to Jalen Brunson. A league spokesperson tells ESPN, Wemby will stay at 2 flagrant points in the postseason.
If he gets one more, he's suspended.
2 more.
2 more.
So if he had that one and if he got one more after that, he would have been
Okay.
suspended. So he has more leeway to play with in terms of the flagrants.
Do you think it should have been a flagrant?
100%. Like, without a fucking doubt.
Contact to the head.
Without a fucking doubt.
We're just.
Like, holy
And then
shit.
Brunson like 6 feet, so you know he really,
Like,
you know,
the league is protecting him like fuck right now.
Yeah, they definitely are.
it's life.
This is baby. It's their baby. You know what I mean? This is
It's
this
the
is
fucking
who's
NBA
next.
Finals. You tell me you suspend Victor Wembanyama
They
for the
suspended
NBA Finals.
Draymond.
Well, they wouldn't
Is he
suspend him.
Victor?
It mattered.
The,
It matters.
the statement is he Victor Wembanyama.
Let me ask you a question.
That's like saying
No,
Steph
no.
Curry is suspended.
No.
Yes.
No, listen.
But this wouldn't suspend Wemby. It just make him one point
game,
away
yeah.
from
if
suspension.
if Draymond didn't get suspended, Cleveland probably don't win.
Oh yeah, then what happened in Game 6? He came back.
Fairs.
He came back
What
and
about
played,
if he
and
plays in
LeBron
Game
actually
5?
dropped the same amount of points on better efficiency.
Momentum was gone.
Momentum
matters.
does matter.
Momentum
The
matters.
fuck?
They were up
And we have to-
3-1.
you
You
have
were
to
up 3-1. What the
Momentum
fuck
matters.
do you
Does it
mean?
not?
Game 5, you're still like 6 and 7 though.
Game 5 was in Golden State.
In 7, Draymond actually was very impactful. And guess what? Guess what?
Didn't
lost
matter.
by-
It didn't fucking
It's
matter.
Game 5. It's
Because
the whole
why?
momentum's
Why
gone.
didn't it matter?
So you
Because
lose
the
game
fucking
5 series
babyface
over?
assassin was dog shit poop from a
Momentum's
bum.
gone, bro. Momentum's gone, man. It's gone. It's
Oh
gone. I'm
my
just saying,
God.
bro. I'm just saying. Draymond got suspended for getting teabagged by
He
LeBron.
got fucking sunned and
Yeah,
then got
it's-
suspended.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that shit was
we
awesome.
protected him. We're not being fair to the game, bro.
It was awesome. He protected him, and then Draymond came back.
Wemby mushed Brunson in New York, no suspension. That's fucking nuts.
Brunson grabbing his jersey and shit like that. We're supposed to
Wemby
let
don't
that
even
shit
feel
slide?
that.
The fuck no.
He don't
It's
even
a fucking
feel like-
bug on
he
me
don't
or
even
some
feel
shit.
that.
When fucking Brunson's 6
Y'all
foot
forget
ass.
what it's like to be human sometimes, man. Be human.
I'm all for the
Man
push.
grabs your jersey and shit. What you gonna do? Get the fuck off.
You gonna mush him or you gonna smack his hand down?
He's 7'5". Me fucking pushing your hand down like I don't know what I'm hitting.
Fairs. But he did that
What
and
do you
he
mean
started
by
clapping
that?
in his
I'm
hand.
fucking just
He did that and started clapping in his face.
nice smile.
Yeah, like he knew what he did, bro.
No
That's what I'm
defending
saying.
there.
It
No
was a little
defending
funny.
there.
It
The
was a
brother
little
dead
funny.
ass smiled.
He did. He didn't give a fuck.
That shit was wild.
Nah, I don't care that he didn't get
So you're
suspended.
saying that like Wemby mistakenly just shoved his head?
No, I'm not gonna say that.
honestly.
Not
I thought
saying
you
that.
meant Jalen Brunson. That Wemby 7'5". Jalen Brunson's like just nudging his arm. You don't know what he's.
Oh
hitting.
no! I'm saying that Wemby was doing that.
Okay.
No, but that's also nonsense. Fucking bullshit.
I don't know what he's hitting.
Yeah, no.
Oh my goodness. But that's gonna do it for this episode of the Pick a Side podcast. This week we're gonna bless you guys with 3 episodes. So today we're recording. It's Tuesday. We're gonna record Thursday and we're recording also Sunday because Game 5 is Saturday. So 3 episodes for you guys this week and 3 episodes for you guys next week as well. The Nerd Sesh collab episode that we did probably should have mentioned it early in the episode, but that is going to be released on Patreon like in full. If you guys want to go subscribe on Patreon, we have released some segments and short form content from our collab with them on the YouTube channel, TikTok, across all different platforms. But we're also going to try to get a Patreon episode for you guys next week as well. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you guys support our biggest sponsor, Polymarket. Use code PAS26 and make sure you guys make your predictions responsibly. That is the biggest caveat. I don't want anybody having a gambling addiction.
Don't go out like Joel.
No, I will put $100 into that bitch every day. It don't matter, but you don't have to. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.